raindrops. That's a 10 rainbows. Yeah. Fly, fly, oh fly, fly, fly. Yeah, hope you put your tries at the beat. Yeah, hope you put your life at the beat. Yeah, hoping girl you're back in with me. Yeah, cause this is love and witchcraft dream. Hope you put your tries at the beat. Yeah, hope you put your life at the beat. Yeah, hoping girl you're back in with me. Yeah, cause this is love and witchcraft dream. Yeah, I'm about to take you right up off the street. Now you can ride that flight when you with me. Now cut off all the lights so we can see, yeah. Now we going through the transits like we floating through the planets. Now don't go throwing tantrums, girl, we go just like some phantoms. Why don't you understand it, girl, we going for a landing in a whole nother world. Oh yeah, listening to your shit, I need some tea. Sometimes I don't know what you see in me. Fucking with you might end up with DMD, and that ain't what we need. Take a chill pill for a little bit, girl, sit back and relax. Please don't frustrate yourself, shit you can't get back from the past. Know your ex that did you dirty, want some get back on that ass. This is why you on the internet for some witchcraft you can cast. But listen here, yeah, hope you put your tries after me. Yeah, hope you put your life after me. Yeah, hoping girl you're back in with me. Yeah, cause this is love and witchcraft dream. Hope you put your tries after me. Yeah, hope you put your life after me. Yeah, hoping girl you're back in with me. Yeah, cause this is love and witchcraft dream. Those crystals and your gems be your friend. Yeah, always drifting in all the winds. Yeah, when I light up in, it go in. Is that gonna be your friend to the end? I'll just let the light of my bitch, I'm gonna let it shine. And if it don't apply to me, bitch, I'm gonna let it fly. If you ain't got no starting point, bitch, I'm gonna set the time for practicing these rituals. Oh yeah. Can we all get along? How about change your area, bitch? Yes, I talk to God. My life is off and on. Man, often is long. Let's flight jet, don't forget the F to infinity, then beyond. I am gone. Flight boss. I was searching for you on your social pages. Then I realized you don't have an open space. Girl, I know you thinking your emotions draining. It's so amazing, those creations got our soul inflated. Yeah, hope you put your tries after me. Yeah, hope you put your life after me. Yeah, hoping girl you're back in with me. Yeah, cause this is love and witchcraft dream. Hope you put your tries after me. Yeah, hope you put your life after me. Yeah, hoping girl you're back in with me. Yeah, cause this is love and witchcraft dream. Yeah. You keep running, you running, you running, you running from life. Running, 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 you running from motherfucking life. Yeah, you keep running, you running, you running, you running from life. Running, running, you running, you running, you running from motherfucking life. Yeah.
Yeah. The only time I have ever, I never did, but the only time I ever cooperated with a police officer, not a cop, was after my cousin died. See, my cousin told me while we was driving to Walmart, it's okay for me to not tell on him if I snitch. So as we walking, I'm like, I'd rather not snitch on somebody I'm telling on unless I'm cooperating, which I'm not. So now we finally get to the police station, and it went on from there. My lawyer say he got an offer to get me out, but I didn't want to do my cousin like that because he dead, so I didn't want to snitch on him. So I just put the charges on him. You feel me? They could have gave me 20 years to life while I'm alive. You feel me? So they could just give it to him while he dead. How you gonna give a dead nigga life? You can't give a dead nigga life. You're not Jesus.
So
you feel what I'm saying?
So that was the same snitching as the gun?
Oh, no. That's a different snitch story. I just voluntarily gave this one up. But that homie, he locked up, but we still locked in. I mean, he locked in, but I mean, you know, if he locked in, ain't no switch it up. You feel what I'm saying, partner?
Bussy, thanks for coming on the show. Things were tight, but we squeezed it in. But hold on. We got some things we need to discuss.
That, you want that little Nas stuff, man? Who you talking to like that, man?
21 Savage said he wasn't hot no more.
Not that Nas, man. The other Nas, he's gonna make me flash out of this bitch, man. Stupid ass nigga, man.
So you had a situation with Gangsta Williams.
Yeah, nigga.
And now there's something going on with T.I.
Man, I feel like T.I. should have treated that situation like a dirty public bathroom, man. Hold that shit in, nigga. Yeah, man, a lot of people stupid, though. They think just because that man snitched, that man ready, man.
Yeah, I agree. A lot of people think I'm police just because I'm a cop. You know. So, the album, it's never coming out.
Say, dick, man. I put that on Toss the White. That album ain't never coming out, man. Man, I don't do no album with no fucking square, man.
Are you serious? Or?
Man, my uncle called me, man. Real OG nigga, my uncle called me, man. My auntie told me, hey, that album ain't coming out. Yeah, Lil Nas ain't coming out, nigga.
What does Lil Nas have to do with it?
You keep bringing up Lil Nas, I'm gonna bash you with your shit, nigga.
Wait. So, you allegedly killed a guy in 2014.
But I don't want to talk about that, man. That's an open case, man.
No, that's fine. You don't have to talk about it, but how did you feel, after you allegedly killed that guy?
I don't think that was T.I. talking, man. That was Tip, nigga. That was Tip, man. I feel like he just got up there and just started talking, man. Talking and wasting time, nigga. TikTok. Get off the app, nigga. Yeah, nigga. That's how I'm feeling. I'm gonna stay on that, nigga. While I'm staying down. What up, Glad? I'll beat your ass in this bitch.
Why? I was just
Fuck, man. Right before the album came out. Right before the album coming out, man. Shit was told. Like, why admit to that?
So he just came out and voluntarily just admitted it. Would you have cared if you didn't know?
If I don't know, if I don't yes, if I don't maybe, why it matter to you, pussy ass nigga?
Would you still be his friend?
No. I don't mess with no snitch, man. If you a snitch, you a British cigarette. My daughter could never be gay. You heard me? How your name Tip, but you want mine so bad, man? I ain't just got no threesome. I can't fuck with no snitch, you heard me? In no way, shape, or form, bitch.
So you was actually there for that shooting, right? Well, Boosie, I saw that you had a case. I just wanted to ask, where were you for all your unsolved murders?
Vlad, you gotta pay me a little bit more money, man.
Well, no, I was just asking because
you want to know all that, bitch. You gotta, man. You a right.
No, I just saw you had like a couple cases.
I feel the utmost plethora of negative emotion in this current present state of time, partner. I ain't never snitch on no nigga, man. Check my paperwork, bro. Before you talk, before you say anything, I thought we had a relationship, nigga. I thought we were locked in like that, my nigga. You gonna go on the internet and say that about a nigga, man? You ain't my partner for real, nigga. Man, pull up. Pull up this if you want to push up paperwork. Pull up there, nigga. Since you want shit to work out, push up and pull up there, nigga. Or you can dip. Nigga. Partner.
But you said you check your paperwork, but you're the one who said it, though.
I know what I said, post line, nigga. Like, informative information that's technical. You meant so much more to me, Boostin' Boo. For you to go on the internet and say that, I think about you chastiser, man. I ain't gonna lie, you a peasant, man. I ain't gonna lie, you a just a partner. You an idiotic, imbecile, scatterbrained, clueless, mentally challenged Louisiana native partner. You never could be an MC. You just mentally challenged, homie.
Tip giving tips to the police, man. He a tipster. Come on, dog.
Listen, partner, it was a comedic form.
Young thugs of that person. Yes, ma'am. Kill people on purpose. Yes, ma'am. You seen it and heard it. Yes, ma'am. Gonna tell her. Still pushing, please, like thank you. Wise tail pushing paperwork. Fuck with my twin Boston snitching. Mr. Yes Ma'am himself. Drip God, drip Lord. Yo, free thug. I go hammer, I don't know about Maloney. I ain't snitch, I just shot out my homies. I just shot out my homies in court. The gang must end, oh Lord. But it's still free my dog, young thug. That's my brother, my twizzy, my love. I told the police all the detail. Couldn't stay near my car to get detail. Can't stay near Balenciaga whippets. Who the fuck staying 2 years in prison? Still telling if it's juvie detention. The judge want the truth and not crickets. Hey, most of you niggas can't hang. Wise tell is a label, but in court it's a gang. I'ma still be a rapper even though that I sing. Cause niggas keep talking about paperwork. I drop a bag on your head, make my paperwork. Rapper said he not gonna tell like Pop Hunter, but I'm gonna tell, boy, I'm gonna. Can't call me a rap for having manners. I hate you. Gonna wanna push it in, please, like thank you. Young Thug's a bad person. Yes, ma'am. Kill people on purpose. Yes, ma'am. You seen it and heard it. Yes, ma'am. Were you scared? Are you nervous? Yes, ma'am. You had weapons one night. Yes, ma'am. But it wasn't yours, right? Yes, ma'am. So it had to be for thugs. Yes, ma'am. Does he also sell drugs? Yes, ma'am. Gonna, had to, tell, hey. Cause I'm jacking off in my cell every day. This my nigga Thug used to call me his baby, but you could ask Chloe, I don't care if my baby leave.
Ooh.
I be snitching, I be telling, being a street nigga overwhelming. What would you do in my position? I only put 2 boys in prison, helping cops put crimes together, solving clues. I'm Bostonville, I'm a couch reward, no Boston snitching. Cops got him a long sentence. Tell it twice, don't mean you rat. Look, third might take his feature back. Future left me in the past, back to crack rats in the trap. Oh shit, wait, I'm in the trap. 1090 Jake on the news, telling we both snitching, but you jealous. Rubber chain 100,000, ran it up from running mouth. They being the police key witness. Why niggas die, they keep dissing. Why niggas law, I keep snitching. They're the weapons, say police get him. Where the pictures at? I say that's him. Why he not arrested it? Fucking sir, I'm sick of.
Oh, I'm trying to see some. What zodiac sign do you think he is? Someone says Sag. I can see why you would say that. Welcome to your Venus and Aries transit talk. This is the peace deal. I just saw he posted that, so I just wanted to share that. Kill a few birds with one stone. Let's see. A lot of people are saying Gemini. I can see why you say that. It's not, you're not far off. I'll say that. Leo or Gemini. For those of you guys who said Leo or Gemini, you're not off. The answer is Cancer. So he does have Leo and Gemini in his chart, but he is a Cancer. This dude is hilarious. That motherfucker is funny as fuck. Girl, he funny as fuck. 44. So yeah, y'all. Welcome to your Venus and Aries. Okay. This is the peace dealer. I am doing, of course, live readings for Venus in Aries, but if you would rather an oracle card and or both, I'm also going to be drawing from the romance oracle card for all 12 signs and anyone who wants that. I would have never guessed that too. Cancers are fucking hilarious though. They're funny as fuck. So we do have right here the chart of the end of this Venus transit, March 16th, 2023. Of this Venus transit that started, like, I want to say 2 days ago. So this is, I think, perhaps the most exciting Venus transit we're going to have this year, all in the beginning. And I'm going to do what I can to help you maximize the quality of this transit. First thing I want to keep in mind is this transit began on the 21st of February. And of course, it's going to end on, I think, the 21st of March or like the 19th of March. So one thing to keep in mind is as soon as Venus transits after the sun, like everything up until now is following Venus's conjunction with the sun, and it's about to now make the Taurus signature with the sun. Once this tomorrow moves exactly 7 degrees, we are activating the manifestation of the supernatural heart evolution. In that, Jupiter, Venus, and Chiron is the push start key function of activating this heart evolution. But second house from Pisces with Neptune is what makes this heart evolution a supernatural manifestation. Bloop, bloop. This is the manifestation of the new story in your life. And someone who I really like to watch, Sammy Ingram and other such manifestation coaches or people who talk manifestation, even outside of this, that field and art or whatever. One thing that it took me a while to grasp that is really important to accept is your ability to, in manifesting your self-concept based on the state that you be in, right? The state of what you imagine and dream that you be in, which manifests the self-concept, you direct that state and move forward with. This reminds you that you personally do not have to hold on to the old story, and that in every way you can move forward with a new story. If anything, if you guys are down, I will act. She's a Scorpio? I didn't know that. Oh, did not know that. I was gonna ask you guys. I did not know that. That's interesting. I was gonna ask you guys if you're down, I can play a video of hers. And I can really just pick any video, but if you guys are okay with it, I'll play a video and I'll show you how Venus and Aries will actually speak to, more so or less, that makes sense, more so or less, how we can make sense of this transit. I'm going to break down themes of what she says. And one thing I noticed with like the manifestation community, most of them don't know astrology. So I'm going to be preparing material to show you the astrology of manifestation. They're astrological themes that correlate with manifestation terms, and I'll break them down. Disney, she's not Disney, so she's not necessarily going to flag this video. And make sure y'all subscribe to her and show her love. She's fucking awesome. But I'm glad to know she's born Scorpio. So I'm gonna play this video because this video, I'm really just picking any video at this point, but because she really speaks and stays true to certain principles. But I want to do a video I haven't seen, but I can see, which is about recreating a specific person. Or if anything, manifest and create a specific person out of thin air, which I feel like is more so what's actually happening. She is, yeah, no, I feel the same way. She does not play. And it's interesting to see how other people borrow from her, which is cool. I think that's cool. I think that's a beautiful thing. But yeah, I'm debating whether I should do recreate your SP or manifest them out thin air. And the reason I want to do creating a new one is that is literally this transit. You do, she's legit. This is but hold on, let me share one. So I might do both of them. Once again, the reason why I want to play this video is because I'm going to have you watch the manifestation principles that she breaks down to you. And then I'm going to break that down astrologically and show you how this is Venus and Aries. And this is going to bring all of your power back. I promise you. Okay. She's big on repetition, which is really cool too. Be delusional and manifest everything you want is another banger. And so I kind of want to play that too. So I'm going to play 3 videos. They're about like 15 minutes or so of length, but I'm going to break down most of those. So in between, I'm going to, of course, in between, I'm going to break down the manifestation principles. Both. If you guys are down, like we'll take our time with it. If you're down to do both. Carrie, by the way, Carrie Richard, I got your PayPal. So you're going to be the first one. Crystal Golden, I got your PayPal. So Carrie, even if you're not in the building, you're going to be able to have access to this. So, Florence Scovel Shin and Reality Transerving, they kind of reference them and Neville Goddard too. Florence Scovel Shin is legit. So basically, I'm gonna play 3 videos. 2 of them are around manifesting a specific person, and the other is just about being delusional. Okay. So basically, here's the order we'll play. First, we'll play the being delusional and manifesting everything you want. And then we'll play the manifesting your specific person out of thin air. Because the being is basically just affirm, right? The being delusional is the Pisces part, the fish tartar. So we'll start with that base. Then what's happening with creating your specific person out of thin air is literally manifesting the Venusian connection out of the ethers of Pisces. So I'm going to play that, and then I'm going to break that down. And then I'm going to play the recreating the SP, which is to take someone who you'll see. I'll break down those themes because it's really dope. So before I go into that, just to preface all of that first, I definitely want to show you how relative to this sextile, right? The semi-sextile, Jupiter, Chiron, and Venus is manifesting true love for you. This is you stepping into the new story. This is basically, in a nutshell, this whole transit. Because I'm going to break down the transits. I'm going to break down how this is coinciding 10 years of evolution since 2010, 12 years of evolution since 2010, which we're coming into the 13th year, and also kicking off this brand new cycle. In this brand new Venusian cycle, now you've leveled up. Now you've gone through 12 years of evolution. Now we're at the precipice of the end of the old world. So you're ready to move forward in relationships with people who are more aligned with your vibration, bearing 6 degrees of separation. Now that we're going to be applying these manifestation principles, this is going to supercharge. So the reason why you want to get excited about this is, for the first time ever in your life, a lot of the blockages that got in the way of you manifesting the love that you want, first of all, you were never blocked, but this is going to give you the keys of completely creating this new story. And I'm going to now take it a step further, because these manifestation coaches give you the principles. Well, I'm going to go a step further and tell you how these principles play out real time and how you can take advantage of these transits to make more sense of these manifestation principles. Because everything about this Venus and Aries relative to, of course, Pisces season is strictly manifestation. Venus and Aries is putting you in a position to get excited about the passion of your heart's identity. And given the new cycle of Aries, you're coming into new concepts, which we do every year, but you're coming into new concepts, new people, there's a new swag. And the reason why you want to be excited about this is you stepping into satisfaction and happiness, maintaining this new story. So it doesn't matter if before this transit talk or before this transit, every single person and their mama rejected you, and you've developed this very horrible self-esteem that and bad habit that makes you feel unworthy. That was the old story for you. This new story, you're hot and everybody wants you. And be careful if you want that to be true, because this Piscean Neptunian element is going to be like, hey, if that's what you wish for, this is a portal. This is a portal. And so it doesn't matter what the old story was. I'm hot as fuck. I'm the sexiest person ever. Everyone is fighting over my attention. It doesn't matter if your 3D reality is telling you whatever. You must maintain this story. And it's not like just lying to yourself. It can feel like you're lying to yourself, but you're reinforcing this, living in the state of this in your mind with actions you will be inspired to do, taking your power back. And this is just going to do so much wonders for your inner self and this concept. Okay, I love it. Don't wish for it if you're introverted, because that shit'll come true. And It's very important. I'll really even go down to the transit of how this is going to come true. The exciting thing about this is by the time we reach the March 19th and Venus is in Taurus, the actions you're taking now to literally be delusional by rejecting this illusion and manifesting your reality, by the time we go into Taurus, okay, it's going to be real. So the disclaimer here is this manifestation technique. Is this Aries secret? I won't say this is tied to Aries. The reason why it's manifestation is because we have the sun in Pisces. So the Venus second house to the sun, the awareness of our imagination in Pisces is what is sponsoring this evolution. That's why this Pisces season is one of the dopest Pisces season we've had in a while, because Jupiter's in Aries now. And it's kicking off this new cycle. And the beginning of this is very exciting because you're coming into new concepts, attracting people who have superpowers like you have superpowers. And Chiron and Venus with Jupiter is an expansion of this true love that heals the vulnerability of how courageous you step into. So you committing to living this new story in your head is an action. It's generating more excitement in your heart. And what this is going to do is by the time this reaches Taurus, it's going to be all real. It's going to magic beanstalk with Uranus, align it with the nodes, and it's going to manifest the work you put in. This is work. This is work. It takes work and focus to maintain this new story instead of slipping back to old habits. So if you see it as work, you're going to really be rewarded as work. And the more fun you have with it, the better. Feeling is the secret, but get this. You can be honest with your feelings as long as you persist in your mind and continue with the story. It doesn't matter if you look at your 3D and you feel sadness, you feel anger, you feel happiness. Just still maintain it in your mind and persist. And that's what's going to impress in your subconscious. Okay, trust me, this is going to bring the fun back in manifestation because Uranus is in Taurus here. So with this Pisces, Aries, Uranus, Mars, Gemini, you're going to be thinking it and you're instantly going to see evidence. So imagine if the manifestation process was so dynamic that as you're imagining it, you're seeing evidence of it. It's like, oh, I don't want it like that. Okay, let me imagine this way. Okay, cool. Let me imagine this. Oh shit, it's happening. Okay. And they're doing it. So you're taking your power back. You're taking your power back. And the second house nature, okay, of this Venus Chiron to the sun is healing your self-esteem. So your heart is evolving to the point where if you ever felt unworthy of love, you will never feel unworthy. After this, you're going to be swinging your boobs or your dick out like, yeah, what's up, son? I'm out here. Who trying to come home with the king or with the queen? What's that? It's a very masculine energy. So it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. What's that? Well, that's swinging. It's me. It's a very Aries identity. It's me. I'm hot as fuck. Like you're going to be more confident in yourself than ever because you're taking your power back. This originality that you're generating, by the way, once Venus goes into Libra, is everything you're going to present socially. So be very mindful about with Venus and Aries, it's 4 of Wands, you're being festive about what you love about yourself. So really focus on what excites you and why you are exciting. And as you imagine this new story, the Venus and Aries hack you want to get excited about is to literally think as the person who is experiencing all the love and excitement you want. And everything that you this is why self-love is so important. Everything that you genuinely love about yourself, loop that in your head and be like, yeah, people are so attracted with me. If you consider yourself smart, loyal, and patient, be like, oh yeah, they're so obsessed with me. They love me so much. They love how I'm patient. They love how I'm smart. They love how I'm loyal. You've experienced this. I've experienced this where I've done this and people actually start to say I've experienced this before where first of all, I've worked through my own insecurity and I got so used to saying this. People literally walked up to me and started saying verbatim the things that I told myself, because everyone is you pushed out, and what you tell yourself is what people will think of you. So if you tell yourself you're stupid, you're an idiot, you're no good, you're going to enable people to think that about you, because you're letting people respect you at that level. I used to hate affirmations. Affirmations changed my life. And the things that I loved about affirmations is every single exam. The reason why I like affirmations is not because they help me manifest. Do they help me manifest? Yeah, but can I be honest with you? Every single thing I manifested supernaturally, I just decided that I wanted it. And even if I believed it or not, I didn't let it go. But like, I just decided this is what it is. I said it, and then it happened. I didn't loop it in my head. I didn't affirm for it over and over until it happened. I just decided it would happen, and then I did my thing, and then it happened. When I wrote something down on paper, when I talked to Jupiter, I wasn't looping it. I forgot that I set the intention. But the reason why I love affirmations is I think it's better than manifestation, because it literally changes your inner self. Like, it releases, like, after I do affirmations, I no longer even care if I manifest what I want. And that, I feel like, is the power of affirmations. Like, it literally manifests this energy within you. And once you feel it, like you have it, and you loop it and you feel it, you no longer even need it. It's such a powerful feeling. And I want to gift you this message so that you practice this. In fact, practically, which we'll do at the end, what are at least 1 to 5 affirmations that you love about yourself that you can loop and just say, be like, damn, I'm so sexy. And you can say it like you're saying it to a best friend, or you can loop them mindlessly. Damn, I'm so sexy. Damn, I'm so hot. Wow, I'm very smart. And just loop that and see how much more confident that makes you. Not because you're using it as a magic word. It's not the affirmation that manifests. It's not the technique that manifests. It's you. So just like you use a screwdriver to fix a broken cupboard, the screwdriver didn't fix the broken cupboard. You fixed the broken cupboard. The affirmation just puts you in the state. And when you say that, say it like you fucking mean it. I remember when the Aquarius who was teaching me about Santeria brought me into that room where he sacrificed and killed those chickens. He said something that stuck out to me, and he in straight Aquarius fashion was like, say it like you fucking mean it. When I was talking to the spirits and I was setting an intention, he was like, no, you have to command that shit. And I was coming like a very soft and very timid, like I wasn't really sure that I wanted. And you know, it's something that I really thought about and came back around in light of the principles of manifestation. When you say it like you mean it, and really examine the inhibition or the inhibitive force that resists you saying it like you mean it. Really examine, why don't you? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, this is old. This is like over 10 years ago. And it's very, very, very amazing, because the more you have fun with it, the better. Let me tell you a secret. And this is a secret that I struggled to believe in my whole life, especially if you have Mars in the 12th house, where we just surrender our desire, which then I realized is my secret. You just surrender your desire and just, know it. But like, I struggled to believe this secret my whole life. I didn't think that I was allowed to believe this, but I practiced it. I didn't just believe it blindly. I practiced it, and I realized it's true, guys. And then once I accepted the secret, I realized this entire time I was just getting in my own way. Once you understand this secret, you realize I was just getting in my own way this entire time. And the secret is, are you ready? I hope this excites you the way it excites me when I remind myself of this every day. Everything that you desire is already yours. If you desire it, it's done. And I used to hear that like, okay, I get it, but, and then I realized, holy shit. Then I realized what surrender and letting go really means. I thought letting go meant, okay, I really, really want this, but I'm going to let go of wanting this so that it can come to me. There's no such thing as attraction like that. You manifest it. What I realize that I'm letting go is the doubt. I'm letting go and surrendering everything in my being that doubts that this is already mine. And once I really accepted that, my life started to get a lot more groovy. You really are it. Once I started to accept that, I stopped being impatient, which is an Aries test. Once I actually accepted that it's already here and I'm an advanced multi-dimensional being that creates this electromagnetic force field to manifest this in my experience as my intention tunes my frequency into the vibration that has what I desire, I realized I'm pretty fucking awesome. And you're pretty fucking awesome too. The fact that you can just think it and it's here. And then you want to know what I started to notice? I started to notice that things I started to think of and people who I started to think of, moments from thinking of them would show up in my reality. And I realized, wow, this is what always happened. I was just so caught up in negative thinking, I didn't even realize. And then I started to notice that all the time I thought there was no movement in the 3D, there was the biggest movement. And all the rules that I thought that had to happen in order for things to happen, not only did it matter, but that logic never even mattered in the process of manifestation. I was thinking that there had to be a right way to do this, and there is no right or wrong way. I can either just be more aligned or less aligned. So, what I really want to invite you to be excited about is the full taking of your power back into the manifestation of the next level of the quality of your relationships. Your love life is leveling up. Your relationships are leveling up. The quality of boldness and confidence that you ooze sexually in dealing with people platonically or romantically is stepping into a level with which finally catches up to where you are. And like Royal said, we manifested this. So if you are ready to join me on a supernatural adventure of epic proportions to where you reclaim power over everything and anything it is, okay, that you want to be, to where nothing and no one can limit you, which is already exciting as hell. I want you to, in your mind's eye, picture the dream life you're living, because this in Pisces is part of the dream life manifestation. What is it that you want to experience right now? What is it that you want to manifest as far as not just romance, but money? Because Venus is value. And so this is also going to bring an exciting manifestation of greater finances and the excitement that comes around. So I want you to, of course, feel that, get excited by being it. The first state is be, imagine it, be in that state, and then we do actions from that state, and then we have. Okay, so I want you to activate the being, see it, feel it with the moon in Taurus, really get excited, whatever, do anything that gets you excited. We can even do a practical experiment. Okay, and as you are feeling it, I want to play the first video, and after this first video, I'll break this down.
What's up, guys? We're back. Me and Millie, the snoring pocket bully, subliminal. She's literally laying right there. I'm looking at her. We're back with another video. If you are new here, my name is Sammy, and we're the Mermaid Gang. This is where you can come and suspend your disbelief. I am your favorite manifestation coach and your favorite YouTuber. So if you would like for me to help you dissolve whatever is between you and your manifestation, go ahead and sign up for coaching with me below. There is a sale going right now until the end of December. No code needed. It's already marked down. Oh, also, again, for people who want to do phone calls, book my mom. She's down below in my description. I don't do phone calls, but she does phone calls, and she loves phone calls. So if you like phone coaching, she's your lady. She loves that shit. So, yeah. Okay. Oh, I didn't even mention my Krampus shirt in the last video. I'm about to film a paranormal video about Krampus and another Christmas demon. So, you know, head over to my second channel if you are interested in that. It's probably up by now, actually. Yeah, probably. Okay, so I want to talk about being delusional because people have literally commented that before. They're like, so you want me to just be delusional? Yeah. That's what I mean when I say not wavering. I mean be fucking delusional. I mean that when you're manifesting $100,000 in your bank account and you look at your bank account and it says 500, I want you to look at that bank and go, look at that. I always have 6 figures in the bank. I have $100,000 in the bank. Or whenever you're manifesting your SP and they're like, I hate you, stop texting me, or you're just flat out blocked. I want you to look at that phone and go, oh my God, he will not stop texting me. He's so freaking obsessed with me. Jesus Christ, he's obsessed with me. He will not stop texting me. He is so in love with me. He is constantly telling me how he is so in love with me. She will not leave me alone. She is so obsessed with me. Jeez, she's always texting me. That's what I mean. I want you to be delusional. When you see that exam grade and you're like, oh my God, you're about to say, I can't believe I failed. You go, I passed that shit with flying colors. That was so easy. That was the easiest exam ever. I literally got a perfect score. That was so easy. Or you see a denial letter from a college that you want to go to and you're like, oh my God, I got in. Look at this. This is my congratulations acceptance letter. Look at my congratulations. Look at my acceptance letter. I got into my dream school. Or you're manifesting perfect skin and you look at yourself in the mirror and you see a horrible breakout and you go, oh my God, my skin looks so good. Oh my God, my skin's like glass. It's literally perfect. My skin is flawless. I look so good. Or you're manifesting weight loss and you look in the mirror and you go, oh my God, I'm literally so skinny. Like, look how I'm so freaking skinny. Or you want a bigger butt. You're like, oh my God, my ass is so fat. I have the fattest ass in the world. Or you manifested bigger boobs. My boobs are freaking huge. I literally look like I got a boob job. Yeah, I want you to be delusional. Delusional. You're manifesting a brand new mansion and you're walking around your apartment going, yep, my house is almost ready for me. I just bought a mansion. I just bought a 10-bedroom house. Whatever it is, I want you to be delusional. And the reason why I say this is because your subconscious has no eyes. It has no eyes. You're the messenger to your subconscious. It only knows what you tell it. And your subconscious is a proof-producing machine. Therefore, whatever message you're sending it, whatever paper you're laying on the copier is what it's going to spit out. So what do you want it to spit out? Do you want it to spit out, I'll have a zero bank balance? Or have acne all over my face? Or do you want it to spit out that your SP freaking hates you and blocks you and finds somebody else? Do you want it to produce that denial letter? Do you want that? Or do you want it to produce the shit that you want? Obviously you want what you want, right? So when you look at something and instead of relaying the message of what it looks like to your eyes, you're going to relay the message that you want it to produce. You're not going to give it the paper that says, hell no, we don't want you. You're going to give it the paper that says, oh my God, congratulations, you are our top pick. Oh my God, I'm so freaking in love with you. I literally will do anything to be with you. Please marry me. Please. You're the love of my life. Or you're going to give it your 6-figure bank account to produce. You're only going to feed your subconscious things that you want it to produce. That is what wavering is. When you know that your subconscious doesn't have eyes, but instead you're confirming the shit in the 3D that you don't like to your subconscious so that it can keep producing it or hold that one in place. That's wavering. Don't do that. When you know you're in full control of what this thing produces because you're the messenger, you're the one who relays the damn message of what you want in your reality and what you want to experience, you can literally, it's like Photoshop. You are the Photoshop. You're the Photoshop. So you can change the picture that you see by saying something different to your subconscious, by thinking something different when you see it, no matter what you're looking at. Say something else. Say something else. It's the same thing with revision on the spot. Say you get a text message, like you literally get a text message from your SP, and they're like, ew, stop talking to me. I've never liked you. You are going to tell your subconscious that that text message just said, I'm literally obsessed with you. Please be with me. Please be with me. He's literally begging you right now. He is begging you. You saw him at a bar, or you saw her at a bar and they were with somebody else. No, they were literally following you around all night, begging you to be with them. You and your SP broke up, or you and your spouse got divorced, or your spouse wants a divorce. No, they're literally begging you. They're begging you to take them back, or they're begging you to renew your vows, or whatever. I'm just coming up with shit off the top of my head. Okay, you decide. You are the Photoshop. You are the editor. So when you see something in the 3D you don't like, you don't go, oh my God, this is so terrible. This always happens to me. Look at my zero bank balance. They freaking hate me. Look, I got denied. Poor me, victim mentality. You don't do that. You do not do that, because you're the fucking editor. You are the newspaper editor, and you are not going to send that shitty paper through to the press to be printed, are you? I wouldn't. I mean, that's embarrassing. Have you seen Gilmore Girls? Do you think for a second Rory would approve a zero bank balance? Or not a love story? Or, for God's sake, a college denial letter? No. She would never approve that. It would never go in the paper. It would never go in the Yale Daily News. Okay? So, editor, I need you to edit it before you send it here. Okay? I need you to edit it before you send it here. No, that's what I mean by no wavering. Edit to what you want it to be, and then send it here for after you've approved it. Send it here, and then here is going to put it out in your reality if you'll stick to the story. If you'll stick to the story that you edited, your subconscious printer is going to give it to you. It's going to produce it. That is the law. That is how it works. If you will persist. And I don't mean persist as in like, okay, like I affirmed. Where is it? How long is this going to take? Why isn't this happening? That's still wavering. You're still sending a message. You're always sending a message here. So what message are you sending? Are you sending, it's not here yet, it's taking forever, is this going to happen? Because then you're producing the experience of, where is it? Is this going to happen? You're going to keep producing waiting and experiencing it not happening, because that is what the message you're sending. What message are you sending your subconscious on a daily basis? You that will literally tell me, I'm doing everything right. I'm not wavering. What message are you sending your printer on a daily basis? And I mean, even when you're not affirming, like when you're not doing your affirming sessions or whatever you want to call them, when you're not consciously affirming, what message are you sending your printer? Because that's how you need to think of your subconscious. That is your 3D printer. What message are you sending it?
I want to speak to this because this is very important, because as an air sign, as an earth moon and an air sign, that's why this was really hard for me to do, because it's hard for me to just kind of make stuff up. But every point of your reality, all you're doing is making stuff up. When I realized with that TED Talk, your brain hallucinates its conscious reality. The trick with this is you're not really being delusional, because this is actually a law. So it only feels delusional and it feels uncomfortable because you're having to train your critical brain. And this is why it's hard for earth signs to get it. But when earth signs get it, they're some of the best. You're having to tell your critical brain to bypass with your spirit what it thinks it's analyzing. So it only feels comfortable because you're attached to an illusion. So we say to be delusional, but you're not really being delusional. You're being a creator. The reason why it feels uncomfortable when you tell yourself what it is versus what you see is because you have been brainwashed and trained to look at this 3D reality as real, when the only thing that's real is the world within you. And it took me like 34 years to like really embrace that that's actually what the truth is.
What paper are you giving it? What you typing? That's what I want to know. Because if you'll really think about that, think about your subconscious as a 3D printer, and then think what message you've been sending it. Because all messages are valid. All the papers you submit are going through, especially when you're doing them all the time, or especially when you're reconfirming something you already believe or are already experiencing.
So this right here is everything that dark forces and your government circumvented through indoctrinating you and brainwashing you through the public school system, teaching you everything, but not teaching you anything. Because if they taught you this in school, if they taught you these principles of manifestation as a child and astrology, you wouldn't need an employer. You wouldn't need a job. You wouldn't need to listen to the government. You would be a law unto your own self. So this is why after such indoctrination, manifestation is going to feel weird to you. Okay. And actually, I manifested not having to pay my taxes. Immediately watching this video, I was like, I don't pay my taxes anymore. I don't pay my taxes anymore. And let me just say, it's handled. This shit works, y'all. This shit works. This shit's crazy.
Every time you reconfirm the unwanted experience, you're holding it there. It's just going to keep producing it. It's going to keep printing the same experience over and over and over and over again. When are you going to change the copy? You have to change it at some point. When are you going to edit it so it can produce something new for you? Because if it's not producing something new for you, then you're clearly not doing everything right. Y'all love to say you're doing everything right. There's no way you are if you're still, after a good period of time, if you're still experiencing the same thing with zero change, then somewhere you're still reconfirming the old message. And so it's still printing it. Because if you're doing repetition, now here's the thing. It's very easy to identify a problem when someone says, I have been affirming for 10 minutes every single day. 10 minutes? I'm not saying you have to affirm your life away, but 10 minutes in a 24-hour day? What are you doing for all the other minutes? What are you thinking? What are you doing? What are you sending your printer? Because if you're only for 10 minutes out of your entire day, that's the only time you're sending your printer that message. Well, it works the rest of the day too. So what are you sending it? Because it's going to produce more of the thing it's most receiving. That's just common sense. This is why I say it's your dominant thoughts that manifest. It's your dominant ones, the ones that you're constantly repeating. And then after experiencing them, then it's just going to be what you assume. And usually after you've created an assumption from experiencing it, that's when it's just going to naturally be there because it's already what you expect and assume. But currently, if you're just doing 10 minutes a day out of all those other minutes, what are you sending it all those other minutes? Because if you're complaining or whining or wondering where it's at, how long is it going to take, why is it taking so long, or even completely just complaining about the subject at hand, or having a pity party in your mind, whatever it is, outside of those 10 minutes, that's just not enough. It's going to produce what you're feeding it the most. So that's what I want you to do. I want you to think of your subconscious from now on as a 3D printer. I want you to look at that 3D, and if you don't like what's in it, you don't need to go digging for nothing. You don't need to be looking for no blocks. You don't need to figure out why. My thing with figuring out why is it like this, it's very simple. There's nothing to dig up or search for. It's because that's what you've been feeding it. That's the message you've given it to print. That's it. That's all you need to know. Who gives a fuck? You don't need a deeper meaning. Just understand, like, okay, I don't like this, so edit it. By editing it, I mean come up with an affirmation that implies you are actually having the experience that you want. You're going to affirm that experience in your mind so then you can experience that experience in your reality. That's what I mean by being delusional. It might sound... Actually, I don't care how it sounds. Be delusional. That's what you have to do. You have to look at the 3D. If you don't like what it is, if you don't like what you're experiencing it, you need to edit it, send it to the printer, and let it produce something else. But that's the only way. That's the only way. It can only produce what you feed it. It cannot give you something just because you desire it. You have to live the experience in your head for it to then produce it out in your reality. Doesn't matter what teacher you listen to, Neville Goddard, Joseph Murphy, whoever, they're all going to tell you the same damn thing. You have to live the experience here before you can live it in your 3D. So that's what you're doing by affirming. Okay? Edit your 3D.
Amen, ladies and gentlemen. Sammy Ingram, my new favorite manifestation coach. And so I'm going to play 2 more videos. The second video I'm going to play is now taking this concept of being delusional. We're going to go into now creating your specific person and perfect relationship out of thin air. That is actually this transit. That is what this new story is, whether you want to or not. And I want to really break down certain elements. Isn't she fucking amazing? Isn't she fucking amazing? You got to be the executive producer of this manifestation game. And this is a mental 3D printer. So, mind you, Jesus and in the Bible, it is said when you pray to God, you're not begging for some imaginary figure in the sky. The kingdom of heaven is within you. So you are claiming that prayer as you are thanking God for what he has already co-created with you. May your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. You're praying in affirming what is already manifested. You're not asking for anything. You're decreeing it. You're having this dialogue. And so thinking of these principles where you pray without ceasing, right? The thing about this is, would you just give God 10 minutes? This is the reality. Some of you give an employer 10 hours of your day every other day, and then you give God less than 10 minutes a week, and you're depressed, and you're wondering why you're not living the life you want to. And I will give you this challenge again. It's easy for me to believe because this path has put me in instances where I had no choice but to believe. When my uncle kicked me out of his crib because I created this peace dealer channel, and I had to make the choice to keep this channel or just graduate from KU. That was my fate splitting. And now I'm here because I believed in myself. I didn't have anything and I didn't need anything because everything that I needed unfolded for me. Just the moment I decided that I do this, I fucking do this. And no one in my, you know what I'm saying, in my life really confirmed I had to make that decision myself. Okay. And now I'm a fucking wizard, a level 32 air mage or lightning sage. So relative to that, I can give you this challenge. If you were to give God, if you were to give your subconscious printer, your imagination, the 10 hours shift that you give your employer, your entire life will change overnight. And the beautiful thing about this mechanic of magic and manifestation is it's not some loosey-goosey, abstract woo-woo spirituality bullshit that skeptics try to make it out to be. It's funny to make this joke because some people treat manifestation like this, but where I don't need a bank account, I can just manifest money. But you don't need a bank. You really can just manifest money. I'm living proof. I asked Jupiter for $300 and the Sagittarius woman just said it to me like, you can do anything you want. I literally want you to get hype as fuck for Aries season. I want you to just walk through Aries season like, what's up, bitch? You know what? I can have anything up. Hold on. Let me let a real savage. Hold on. Let me let another Scorpio tell you. Listen, this better be your Venus Aries and your Aries season. Do you hear me?
You think I could book that for like the weekend of the 14th when the soundtrack comes out? If so, bump somebody. All right, thanks. I love you, man. I got my MTV out. Savage! I'm a savage! Oh! I'm a savage! Whatever I want, I'm going to get! Whatever I want, I have to get! Yes! What's next? What's next? I gotta get it. I'm not gonna stay fucking down. I'm not gonna stay fucking lying down. I'm not. I can't do it, man. I can't do that. What's next? Give me something else. What can't you do? I can do it. I can do anything.
Do you hear me? Whatever you want, you have to get. Do you? It's not a fucking game. There's no excuse. There's nothing stopping you. So why aren't you living that right now? Because you are choosing not to, and that's cool because you made that. You made that happen. And it's lit. Now let me tell you something. I reached a point in my career, despite the odds, despite people telling me to get a real fucking job, I don't need to work a job anymore. I don't have to fucking pay anyone. I pay people now. I'm a registered employer in Nevada, 4 or 5 years strong. So I did it. I made it, right? But here's the thing. When I made the decision to do this, did all this happen overnight? Did I overnight come into the position where, boom, I was able to make this living? Yes. The moment I decided to do it, yeah. But in that moment, did I know that I was going to be a registered employer in Nevada? No. Did I know that I was going to be here? No. I just had to make the decision to persist. I just had to persist in that direction. And it naturally unfolded. I created everything I need to put in the work. And that's the thing. Magic can be fun, but it's not some woo-woo spirituality bullshit. It is a choice. Every step and direction of the way is a choice. The thoughts and the feelings you are feeding the subconscious printer in a 24-hour period is what literally manifests. And when you now add music to this, when you now create original music or listen to your favorite music and live that, the key thing about what she said is you're not just desiring it. There's desiring and wanting something. Oh, I want this so bad. I really want you, versus manifesting it. That's mine. You're mine. We already went out yesterday, boo. See, you can have fun with this. When you approach it like this, dating and romancing is basically the basis of romance. Now you go from creepily wanting someone to te quiero, I want you. I want you. Like, can you be in my life, to te quiero? You're already mine, babe. Why you keep playing this game like we're not together? Like, I already see you in my head. And now you can play this persistence game. If you want to play the game, it is what it is. Claim it and persist. Live it in your reality. And in being delusional is really just having fun with it. Because you're not even really here. You're projecting this reality. And the reason why I want to make sure you're hype is to add Nevada, is to add the nature of, y'all really do, is to add the nature of personally your personal autonomy. You're taking your power back. If you're not excited, and oh my God, if you're not excited and personally you have anxiety, I really just want you to take your power back, because this is a once in a lifetime opportunity to, in a short amount of time, manifest everything you wanted to manifest. So just really treat that, right? My challenge to you from now until March is to be in that creative mode, make music, make connections, make experiences, put yourself in a position to really live in this state. And once you actually bring this to Taurus, you will see this manifest very radically. And you're going to maintain this. Manifesting is knowing it is already done. So if you know it's already done, you don't even have to do affirmations over and over and over. Y'all are wilding in the chat, of course. Me and you both, Jalen. Let's collab, if anything. And this is what's going to have you. A greater thing to this is to make a song that you do affirmations through, and you could just loop that song over and over with that intention. Get other people to sing that song. Got a reality hack. Okay. And so you can take your time with it because you're the operant power. And so now you don't have to wait for something that's already yours. Now you can be in a position to enjoy the journey. I used to hate every single time when people said, enjoy the journey. Every time people said, enjoy the journey. Thank you so much, Kayla. Every time people would say, oh, just enjoy the journey. Don't worry about the destination. I always used to be like, fuck that bullshit. I'm trying to get to the destination now. I got that cap. I got the Mars and Aries. I got the Cap Moon. I don't care about the journey. Where's the destination? Stop telling me this bullshit. You talking about enjoy the journey and enjoy the detours along the way. Bitch, where's the destination? I'm trying to get there right now so I can go to the next destination. And this would reflect in my actions where like I'll just be places and I'm just a motor. I'm not even like enjoying my present moment. I'm just like, man, I'm not even trying to be here. I'm just trying to go nowhere fast. And I'm so stubborn that I didn't even care. I still just wanted to go nowhere fast. And now this is enabling me to just enjoy the journey, the vibrational experience. And once I realized, the reason why I wanted a destination is because I was so attached to making sure I had it. But now that I realize it's already mine, now I can just work more on being the person that enjoys all of this. And you realize you're limitless. And in being limitless, you can take this anywhere. And it just becomes more of a fast or fun, Freudian slip, fast process. It's interesting. By taking it slow, the process becomes faster. Crazy. So that being said, the Venusian conjunction that's going to be had post semi-sextile, okay, seriously, is going to now juxtapose a very powerful element of rapid manifestation, especially as we see the sun travel with Venus on Jupiter. So everything up into the third, the reason why I want to get you excited is, okay, thank you. Okay, all right, that makes sense. The reason why I got you excited, or I want you to get excited, is you're literally on the precipice of coming into the most exciting manifestation wheel, all right? And process. Everything up until March 3rd is your subconscious like, hey, we're about to go on this turbo booster. So what is it that you want? And you just really want to get excited about everything you're bringing in. I'm using romance as an example, but it's way beyond romance as well. It's way beyond romance, and it's putting you in a position to more or less realistically facilitate all of this. Okay. And personally, not just facilitate this, but to really manifest the value of everything you love about yourself and who you're becoming. So the best way I can say this is, what is your dream life, right? What are the manifesto updates, right? What is everything that you see? Because this is you manifesting the vision you had since last year, because the process never stops. But this is now adding new elements with this cycle. In fact, coming into March 3rd, this is the initialization of this manifestation cycle that's going to now press the key. So everything up until now, you're putting the settings on in your car. You're like, okay, I'm affirming this. Ooh, I want this. You can make edits along the way. And then once we step into third, like you're turbo boosting. And this is adding so much more power and depth of passion towards the direction of this new cycle. And with the conjunction of this cycle, bringing in new aspects of this. So now knowing this, that you are born perfect, that you are worthy of everything you desire, that you can literally recreate the version of the people you want, even so that they show up in different form, even if it's another person. Now that you know that you have this power, who is the person that manifests this? Because Venus is polishing your image of yourself before the sun goes through here. All right. And Uranus now, that second house to Venus, is what's making the manifestation of this instant. This is what's bringing this extra dimensional quality of tying your physical senses into facilitating the inner world projecting outside. It's really crazy because I'm getting passionate about basic principles that are not new to anybody. And I'm just using this weird way to explain it. But I just want to get you excited about how fucking amazing you are. And I don't want to gas you up here. This is the power with which you're going to really surprise yourself at how awesome you are, and what creativity goes in your signature and rendition of this. So go overboard, go wild, don't limit yourself. I really encourage you to go beyond what you think is possible, because the sun behind Venus is definitely, with Neptune, going to be transcending everything you think is possible with what you just decide. That being said, it's time to play the next video. So the third video, so I just talked about being delusional, manifesting everything you want, playing the Sammy video. That's the first video. The second video we're going to play is applying this concept relative to the purpose of this transit, manifesting Venus second house out of thin air to Pisces, out of nothing. Then the third video we're going to watch, which is going to get you super excited, are affirmation success stories. So she's going to actually read people's real stories that will resonate with you, because you're going to have similar experiences. And then we're going to conclude this transit talk, and you're going to be super excited to manifest a supernatural heart evolution. Kayla, thank you very much. Welcome. All right. So here's the next video. Oh, wow.
Want to manifest someone, manifesting someone. Hello. Okay, I can't get the lighting how I want it. I don't know. We're just going to ignore it. Okay. So for the longest time, so many of you have asked me to talk about manifesting someone totally new. I can't remember if I ever actually did it, but I feel like if I did, it must have been a long time ago, or maybe I just like partially mentioned it in a video. Either way, who cares? We're going to talk about it today. So if you want to manifest someone totally new, someone you've never met, you want to basically create your perfect person to come into your life, right? Here's what I want you to do. Now, if you already know what kind of person this will be, and a lot of people do, a lot of times you already know exactly what you want, the kind of person you want. You have an idea of someone you would like them to be like. You maybe even have a list. If you do, that is great. You can skip this step. But if you don't, I want you to do that first step. I want you to make a list. I want you to think about what the perfect person means to you. Like if you were to tell someone, I literally met the perfect person for me, what does that imply to you? Write it down just so you can get very clear on it. Just because we're recreating someone or we're creating someone new, I just want you to write it down at first, just so you can get clear on what it implies. So I want you to write down what that means to you. You can use someone you already know exists as a reference. It could be maybe a stranger that you've seen and you just don't know them or have never met them, which means still it's like a clean slate because you know nothing about them besides how they look. However you want to do it, I want you to figure out what the perfect person means to you. Like what do you mean when you say the perfect person? What about them is perfect for you? What kind of qualities do you consider to be perfect for you? Once you have established that and you've figured out exactly what it implies to you, which you probably already know, we usually know exactly what we want. When we desire something, we pretty much know the details that are implied, right? And luckily, with law of assumption, all you need to know is what it implies. You can word it however you want. You can word it in the most natural way possible or the way that you like to word it. But at the end of the day, what really matters is what does it imply to you? Because two people can use the same affirmation and get two different results because it implies something different to those people. So you need to get clear on what perfect or your dream person implies to you. Once you have done that, now you're going to create an affirmation. And usually it can be just very general. A lot of people's question is, do they have to list every quality? No, you do not need to list every quality because like I said, you know what the perfect person or your dream person implies to you when you say it. You know exactly what you're implying. You know what kind of person you would consider to be perfect for you. And if you don't, you do now because you did step one. So now you're going to come up with a general affirmation. So something like, pause. Let's make a note of this so we're clear. When I am saying to affirm for something, or when I'm telling you that I affirm, I mean mentally. Everything is in your mind first. You can affirm out loud if you want to, if you have time and you're alone or whatever, you can affirm out loud. You can. But you have to remember that your inner world, what's going on in here all day, every day, that is what is creating the most. Because that is the most dominant. You're thinking more than you're speaking, okay? So when I say affirm, I mean in your mind, your inner world. You're controlling your inside world because that is what projects to the outside. So first, like I said, when I say affirm, I mean think. Think. It's all in your head. You affirm in your head. Second, your conversation in your head is just an affirmation, but the reason I call it a conversation is because when I'm affirming, I curate affirmations that sound like I'm telling someone something because that's how we think in our head. We have inner conversations, or most people do. If you just have images or something like that, just do it your way. I'm just saying for me personally, naturally I have inner conversations. So when I'm thinking, it's like I'm telling someone something, even if I'm telling it to myself. But the way I word things in my head is that I am telling someone something. So you want to think like you are sharing your news, like you're bragging, like you're excited, like you're telling someone something that is happening to you, something as if it is true already. Like in this instance, you have met the love of your life. You have met the perfect person, or the perfect person has come into your life. You're sharing that news first mentally, because when it manifests, you're going to be sharing it verbally, for real. So you do that in your head first. So we're going to come up with an affirmation. I'm going to give you examples of how I would do it if it was me. So if I'm manifesting a brand new person and I know what my dream person implies, I know exactly what I want in a person, I know what I would be describing, or what kind of man I would be describing, or what kind of person I would be describing if I were sharing that news with my closest friend. So I'm going to word it something like, I literally just met my dream man, or I've literally just met the perfect person for me, or I say literally a lot, okay? Mind your business. I am literally in a relationship with my dream man, which I really am, so it's not a lie, but you know what I'm saying. I am literally in a relationship with my dream man, or the perfect man just walked into my life. And then you can also add your typical like SP affirmations, like he's so in love with me, he'll do anything to be with me. I've met the perfect man, he'll literally do anything to be with me. Or perfect person, they'll do anything to be with me. However you want to word it. You're going to imply that you have met your literal dream life partner, or it ain't gonna be for life, it could be however long you want. You know, people change their minds, it's okay. Your literal current dream person, and then you're going to add in your regular SP affirmations. Again, I still think you should keep it short and simple, because the longer list of affirmations you have, the less times you can loop them, and that's less that you're saturating your mind. But hey, if you got all day to run through a list of 25 affirmations, go for it. Go hard. Like, I really don't care. This is your business. I don't care. But for me personally, I would say keep it around 3 to 4 affirmations. One of them being your general, that you met your dream person, your dream man, your dream woman, however you want to word it, or your perfect person, your perfect man, your perfect woman, however you want to word it, and then add in, they'll literally do anything to be with me. They text me constantly. They're so attentive. They're whatever you're wanting this person to show up in your life and to do. Because yes, you can affirm that you met them, but maybe you're not implying that you're literally in a relationship with them. The whole point of this is to be in a relationship with your perfect person. Or maybe you could even say, I said a minute ago, I'm literally in the best relationship with my dream person, with my dream man, with my dream woman. I'm so lucky. Blah, 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 as if you're sharing. The way that I word affirmations, the best advice I can give you on how to word or curate your affirmations is to think, if I were to share this news, if this was true for me already, and I was to share this news with someone, how would I say it to them? However you would naturally say it to them, that is how your affirmation should sound, because your subconscious knows you better than anyone. If that's how you would naturally say it to them, that subconscious is going to pick up on that faster. It's going to seem real faster. Even if you think the scenario is far off or whatever, it's still if you get the language right, the language that is constantly going on in your head that your subconscious recognizes the most, you're one step closer, okay? I've tried this. It works. Remember, on this channel, I am literally sharing with you ways that I have done, things that work for me consistently. And this is how I affirm for anything. It sounds like I am telling someone, okay? And it works because I'm speaking and thinking the way that I naturally do, because I think all day. And so as long as it sounds the same, your subconscious is going to pick up on that much easier than you trying to use some language or some words or some form of a sentence that doesn't even sound like you. It just sounds like you're reading a script. Your subconscious is not stupid. It knows you better than anybody. So it can pick up on what's natural and what's not. And the more natural it sounds, in my experience, the faster it works. So try to keep your affirmations as natural as possible, okay? Just try it.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. That was the second video, just to kind of clear up some things, because she definitely dropped some gems right there. As far as, being natural with the way you express these things, and more importantly, okay, when she's speaking about affirmations, she's not talking about, even though that you can do this, but in talking about this, right, she's more necessarily speaking of the process of your thoughts. And this is where you can get elemental with it. Fire signs like to see visuals. Water signs like to feel. Air signs, we like to write stuff down. With earth signs like to write stuff down. Air signs like to think. So personally, when she's talking about affirmations, she's not talking about I'm with my dream person, 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 I'm with my dream person. You can do that and manifest. If you decide to believe that banging your head will manifest, it will manifest. You are the power. But what she's talking about is your thoughts. When she's giving you these examples of what to think, these are the thoughts that you just want to be thinking every day. And instead of thinking what, if you want to know when to do this, whenever you think about what you want, think these things. Whenever you doubt, think these affirmations. Whenever you're bored, think these affirmations. Whenever you're excited, think these affirmations. And whenever you see a synchronicity, reaffirm these affirmations. Visualize, feel. The more fun you have with the process and the more magical you put it in, the more magic you produce from your subconscious as well. And so the element of this transit, the reason why I want you as a practice to do this. So if you're with an existing partner, you want to just manifest more and envision the romantic life you're having together and how, you know, and continue to create more of that. For those of you who are manifesting a situation or a person out of thin air, the reason why I want you to do this exercise is because the process of doing this tells your subconscious, and being grateful is key, tells your subconscious what it is you're worth. You literally feel the empowerment when you actually put into your consciousness, this is what I want. This is what I want to be with. This is who I want to be with. This is the type of person I want to be with. And to sit in that feeling and to actually do this, everyone who's in a relationship right now, that's what they did. Are they all conscious of the fact that that's what they did? Maybe not. But this is just a breaking down of this process in a way that, once again, you can take the power back and not be a victim of your circumstances and not see things in the 3D and feel like you can't have them because you decided you can't have them. You want to, once again, live it out through your mind. And instead of making this too transit heavy, because I can break down the transits, but the only thing you really need to understand about this Venus and Aries, it goes from February 23rd or February 21st to March 19th, right? Or March like 17th. So February 21st to March 17th, right? End of Aqua season to end of Pisces season. And the thing about this is, no, beginning of Pisces season to end of Pisces season. And the thing relative to this is, in between that date, from the beginning to March 3rd is the setup to where you're getting in the state. And then from March 3rd to March 19th is the hyper accelerated development and manifestation of this. Because when Venus goes on Jupiter, you're leveling up. You're seeing and envisioning and imagining and seeing in your real life the active evolution of every single facet of your life. Because Chiron here adds key insight into understanding how to really overcome vulnerabilities and fears. All right. And then, of course, when Venus squares Pluto, you're confronting the shame and the guilt that comes into you expressly almost being ashamed for having what you want. Her channel is Sammy Ingram. So this is going to be the success story. But before we go more into the success story video, I just want to emphasize a lot of what deters some of you is in feeling, this is going to be such a nice transit, is in almost feeling ashamed for wanting what you want. And that's a very common process. It's literally like exercising. Just keep doing it and you'll see results. So Aries season, work it out. Venus in Aries and Aries season, This is the action to just personify the self-concept. I'm this, I'm amazing, I'm abundant, I'm wealthy, I'm with this, and just live it. And then it's all going to manifest Taurus season. So Pisces is the state to imagine what it is we were being. You're imagining the state you want to be in. Aries, we're doing, and doing is this affirming, taking actions as that person. So it doesn't matter if you have $0 in a bank account. If this makes me feel rich, I'm putting on my scarf, my expensive clothes, and I'm walking around the town and I'm doing things as the richest person ever. And this is what my subconscious is producing. And it's not necessarily delusional. I'm creating that. Me having an amount of money or not does not make me rich. It's the spirit within that makes me rich. That's why I can just manifest it out of thin air, because you are limitless. You are perfect. You are a god. You are a goddess. You are a king and queen of your reality. And it's time for you to take your full power back. All right. Shout out to Chad the motherfucking Maverick. So with that being said, okay, let's actually get to the success stories. This is what's going to get you very excited when you see other people's success and how it kind of correlates. Someone summoned Chad. I totally believe that. And Esco. Shout out to gang.
What's up, guys? We're back with another video. If you are new here, my name is Sammy, and we're the Mermaid Gang. This is where you can come and suspend your disbelief. I am your favorite manifestation coach and your favorite YouTuber. So if you would like for me to help you dissolve whatever is between you and your manifestation, go ahead and sign up for coaching with me below. Since we've been talking about repetition, arguing about repetition, you know, potato, potato, I just thought that what better way to prove my point for like a third fucking time than to have a success story video about repetition. Success stories where they just repeated affirmations. Some of them robotically affirmed. It wasn't even focused affirming. It was just robotically affirmed. Not that I ever need to prove my point, because I know it works, but I just want to get it through your freaking heads that it's very simple. And who better to ask than real humans with real experiences? If you're in my Facebook group, then you can go read the success stories there. We all know I'm never lying. I'm reading them straight from real human people, and I don't think I can make up over 30,000 profiles on my own. These are real people, real experiences. Let's get to it. Yes, my dog is snoring. I kicked my cat out the room. She was in the blinds. I can't do it. I can't do it. Okay, so are you ready? I was having a shitty day and behind on bills. I repeated to myself that I have an abundance of money. I order my groceries online and have them delivered to me. They accidentally did not charge me. They didn't even look into it. It was over $300 worth of groceries, leaving me with the extra money. I just repeated over and over that I have an abundance of money, and it was such a weird experience. I love it. The first thing I manifested was my skin. Oh, this is one of my Twitter girls. She's in the Facebook group. I used to have acne, but after I affirmed, it cleared up, and I didn't even use any acne medication. After that, I manifested over $50,000, a brand new car, and my dream apartment. I am building my dream home, but I wanted my dream apartment first. Within the last few days, my cousin asked me to manifest $400,000 for her, and I did, but she ended up getting a check for close to $500,000. All I did was kept repeating my affirmations. That's it. This guy and I got in a fight. She posted a screenshot, but I'm not going to show it because it's a private group. I'm very stubborn. There was no way I was apologizing. I will literally never talk to you again. Same. I kept affirming that he can't stop thinking about me as revenge to drive him crazy. I didn't really know or care if it would actually work. He sent this shortly after. The text says, "Do you still hate me? I've thought about you a lot." I bet you freaking have. You don't have a choice. I've gained 1,400 new followers on Facebook in 1 month. Before, I was averaging 39 a month. I had 2 affirmations for my page, repeated a few times a day, then started getting viral posts. I did this before a few years ago when I first started, so I was reminded to focus on it. And someone said, "That's a huge success for using only affirmations. You can blow up soon." I guess she didn't know that the girl has already blown up, and she responded with, "Thank you. I have 12,000 now." Decided to play around with this and repeated in my mind that I'm so awesome and everyone thinks I'm awesome. Not long after that, people were telling me that I'm awesome. Then I decided to try amazing, and the next day I was told that I was amazing. I'm going to continue to persist in my affirmations on other things, and I will let you know. On behalf of my daughter, success in university with all expenses provided for upfront for pre-science. She's the youngest accepted with no hiccups. She did affirmations on self, and I did the same. The affirmations were, she's always first, the head and above. Everyone loves me. My daughter is the best. She's the top student, etc. This naturally worked nonstop, one academic success to another and still going. We use affirmations for everything, even for self-concept, like she's the best driver, etc. And now her full permit and license. Hi, Sammy. One time I had a bit of a stomach ache, and the doctor said that I had acute appendicitis and would need immediate operation. Just sitting at the doctor's chamber, I started saying in my mind, I don't have appendicitis. I don't need an operation, since I had very important exams coming up. The doctor relented to run some tests before admitting me for surgery. The whole time I kept affirming the above affirmation, and when the results of the test came, it showed I had a kidney infection and that I didn't need surgery after all. Affirming, you say? First, this guy I thought was out of my league, could never believe I could make him fall for me, had no idea if he was single or not, didn't care, just affirmed here and there. Within a month, he asked me for a date. This job I had joined for a limited period, I wanted it to extend, but there was no chance at all. But within 5 days, they called me back. Only repetition worked. Stopped certain relatives every time from visiting us because they're a nuisance. I'm super scared of going to the doctor. In the past, my family did not have good experiences at the doctor. I decided I wanted to change that. I affirmed that my doctor was so kind, patient, trustworthy, and informative. Every time I felt nervous or anxious about my appointment, I would affirm that I have a good doctor. I did that every day for 2 weeks until my appointment. I ended up with the best doctor I could ask for. She was all the things that I was manifesting. I manifested our new house. I kept writing our names and addresses over and over. Our names and address over and over. When I was on the phone, I'd write our names and our address. Watching television, I had a notebook and I would write our names and our address. We found the house, made an offer, and had it accepted, secured the loan, and closed all within 30 days. She was doing that shit every time she was sitting idly, pretty much. My dog recently had a big surgery, and I was super worried about her prognosis. I started reciting, "Ruby is healing so quickly. The vet can't even believe it." When I took her to get her staples removed, the vet literally said, "I can't believe how good her incision looks. I've never seen a dog heal so quickly." I almost fainted. Well, I'm glad you did not. I use repetition on things like parking spaces, quick changes in behavior with people I talk to, safe driving, and anything that I need to happen in a really short amount of time, usually less than 5 minutes. Not sure why it works better than any other methods I've tried, because it's not a method, it's just the way we naturally operate. My pet cat got lost, and I affirmed for almost 5 days. He got home on the 5th day. My first conscious manifestation, I affirmed all day in my head out loud, and even in Spanish in my head and out loud, literally all day nonstop. SP misses me so much. He's texting me right now. I would also hear the snap notifications, and sure enough, once I got home that night, I was coloring my hair and I checked my phone and there was a, "Hey, I miss you." I was doing the school run and hit my front bumper off a rock jutting out of a wall. Sounded pretty bad. I kept repeating, "Everything in my life is perfect. My car is perfect," again and again. And the two kids were in the back seat and said, "Aren't you going to stop and check the car? That was a loud bang." I said, "No, it's fine." When we arrived home, there wasn't even a scratch. I have a similar story. My car was making a god-awful racket, like the exhaust was going to fall off or it was going to fall apart. That happened for a few weeks until I looped. My car is perfect. This was while I was driving and listening to how it sounded like it was going to fall apart. And I kid you not, the next time I got in the car, the sound had completely gone. I went to Walmart today and they had a pair of Halloween pants with cats, but not in my daughter's size. I walked away, did more shopping, and kept thinking, I really wish they had those in her size. I went and looked one more time and I said to her, I really wish they had these in your size. And when I looked, the second pair on the rack was her size. I was kind of like, am I crazy or did I seriously manifest this? Most likely you just manifested it out of thin air because, you know, that's a thing. I was in an abusive marriage for 22 years. Narcissist empath relationship. Ooh. When my ex filed for divorce, claiming I was abusing him. He even tried to stay in our home while this was happening. After the judge told him to move out, the divorce dragged on for another 2 years. My lawyer notified me that he was going to offer a deal if my ex would finally agree to sign the decree, and he'd call me back in 10 minutes to let me know what happened. For those 2 years, my ex had blocked every attempt at a resolution, and I had little hope that day that it would be any different. But I sat by my phone affirming nonstop that he would take the deal. 10 minutes went by, then 20, then 30. Finally, my lawyer called back 45 minutes later and said he took the deal and that I was free. Oh my God. Okay, I love that story. I love that. I'm so happy you're free. I really am. I was a junior at uni and decided to go to an exchange program, but they told me that my GPA wasn't enough. So I just repeated my affirmation with my self-concept affirmations that my GPA does not matter. I affirmed one day and got my email that I can apply because my GPA seems enough right now. Circumstances don't matter, it seems. I've manifested so many things by robotically affirming, including my SP telling me that he really likes me, my kids helping around the house, money, a job after being a stay-at-home mom for 18 years, my SP working for the same company as me, changes of behavior, my kids getting along. So many things. That's amazing. So you just use repetition for your whole life. Same. Oh, and the same person. Oh, and I also got my hair looking better and longer. I used to bleach it and it was breaking and it was short. I've dyed it back to brunette and I would always say, I love my long wavy hair. It's so healthy. Literally within a few weeks, that's exactly what happened. Every time I have an event outside, I affirm on repeat, it's going to be 75 and sunny, no matter what the weather says. And no matter what people tell me about the weather, I stick to, nope, it's going to be 75 and sunny. And it's worked every single time. I recently went to a concert and it was supposed to thunderstorm all day. But guess what? Guess what the weather was? 76 and partly sunny. Close enough. I started to get worried that morning that it would get rained out, but I just kept repeating the affirmation and it worked. I've done this like 6 times this past summer. I like that. Getting a promotion to a director position. I just kept repeating, I'm a director now. It's about to happen. Recently, I was told that my great aunt was in bad condition and suffering with many strokes. My grandma and her sister are extremely close, so I just affirmed, she's fine. It was a mistake. She's perfectly healthy. A few times, and I went to bed. The next morning, my grandma told me my exact affirmations. It was a mistake, and my great aunt is perfectly healthy. I did not feel or believe what I affirmed. I just didn't think the opposite. I have 2 success stories with just strictly repetition. I was trying to work for this certain business for about 2 years. Every time I applied, they would just tell me they weren't currently hiring at the moment, but then they would hire new people. So one day I reapplied and I literally just affirmed for like 10 minutes straight that they were going to hire me. I kid you not. The very next day they called me for an interview and I was hired on the spot. 2 years later and I'm still here, but now I'm a manager. Congratulations. Notice how she said 10 minutes. Another success story with an old SP. They told me they were done with me and would never talk to me again. And I just didn't like that response. Me. I'm sorry. That was just the best part. We didn't talk for like this. That is how y'all should be with everything. I just didn't like that. And I just didn't like their response. We didn't talk for like a week. So I literally affirmed for like a whole day that they would text me apologizing and telling me they missed me. Later that night, I got exactly that. A text with an apology and them asking to see me. I'm too good at this shit. You really are. You really are. That was fucking fire. That's gotta be one of my favorites that I've ever read. I have an amazing success story with this. I was manifesting an object, and the people that needed to give it to me were telling me all the opposite of what I wanted to hear. And so after the conversation, I went to my room and broke down crying. But even though I was letting my emotions out, I was not reacting mentally. I was repeating my affirmations over and over. Everything in my life is perfect. I always get what I want, while crying. 10 minutes later, the person comes into my room and tells me they're going to give me what I want. This was after a conversation where they just told me no and all this other stuff about how we have to do this first, and these are the reasons why it's not going to happen. But like you said, people will literally change their mind all the time, and I felt horrible at the time. It was a terrible day, and I felt defeated, but the affirmations still worked. I got what I wanted, and looking back, the only times I've been able to successfully manifest was from just repeating affirmations. I've been through the whole clickbait titles and different techniques thing, and seriously, the only thing that has ever worked for me was repeating affirmations, even when I had anxiety and I didn't feel good saying them. They still worked. I manifest with just affirming and not feeling anything. It doesn't feel natural to feel or visualize my way into a state, but affirming nonstop puts me in the necessary state always. I always use the simple affirmation, I'm a money magnet, whenever I want to get more money. I've been using that recently, and I got another random check in the mail. My sister added me as an authorized user on 2 of her credit cards and got cards with my name to use, and I don't have to pay her anything. Free flight, car rental, hotel stay 2 weeks ago, and my ex randomly asked if I wanted to go to the mall to take me shopping. I affirm nonstop that I'm perfect, and people compliment me all the time on every little thing, and I catch people staring whenever I'm out. Also, if I don't remember to affirm, the Parrot app works wonders. I recorded about 4 minutes straight of different affirmations in many areas, and I play it in the background on low volume all day long and while sleeping. The affirmations still show up even if I don't consciously affirm them. Oh wait, I want to read one more because this one's good. This is about mental health. I manifested my anxiety to go away and to have an overall better mental health using repetition. It was one of the things that I started affirming for when I first got into the law of assumption. I didn't know if it was going to work, but all I know is that I don't want to have these feelings of anxiety anymore, or I didn't want to have those feelings of anxiety anymore. So I started affirming. Months later, I noticed something different in my behavior, and then I realized that my affirmations did work. Wait, no. There is one more that I have to read, and I'm so happy I just came across it. Y'all are going to love this because this is an SP success story. Her divorce. She was getting divorced, okay? Listen. You listening? I manifested getting my divorce canceled by repeating affirmations and scripting every single day. Remember, that's still repetition. My husband canceled the divorce 2 weeks after I started rampaging my affirmations. We are now back together and going to marriage counseling and getting some great results. I'm still doing tons of self-concept affirmations. I will continue to affirm for the rest of my life. And my husband keeps parroting back a lot of my affirmations. I found your videos last November, and I was served divorce papers in December, and the divorce was canceled in January. So in less than a 3-month period of me being persistent, it totally paid off. Thank you, Sammy. You opened my eyes to a whole new wonderful world, and it has been a game changer for me. I'm so grateful for you and your videos. I'm so freaking proud of you. Oh my God, that was the best. That was the best fucking success.
Woo, woo, woo. I want to clarify certain things. No, because everyone is you pushed out. And when you are unconscious of your own power, you're going to call it fate. You cannot get in the way of fate because you making that intention is a part of the karma. So you can't control other people's free will. You can't get in the way of people's fate. You're basically just aligning with other people's intentions. But you cannot see everything else happening. Remember, if you were a fly on the wall as you make this intention, you will remember that separation is an illusion, and that person is thinking what you're thinking because you're not separate from each other. Another thing I want to say is you are perfect. So there's actually nothing problematic and narcissistic about this. Everything God made is good. And as a child of God, you're good. So what the devil and the accuser wants to do is have you be so in your self-esteem, ashamed of yourself, you forget that you're perfect. So a lot of people, in not taking accountability or responsibility for what they do, they're very insincere. You hear this in the most insincere apologies of all time. Nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. Bitch, you ain't talking about me. I was born perfect. I was born ready. I'm perfect, bitch. I am so perfect. And it's very important because religion that teaches you you're a worthless sinner at birth indoctrinates you to feel that you're not perfect. And when you believe you're not perfect, you can listen to other people's advice about you. Take your fucking power back. Take your fucking power back. You are perfect. There's nothing you do in this life that you didn't do on purpose to learn from. So don't listen to the doubts of your insecurity. And I wanted to also highlight how one of those testimonials had said, I didn't like that response. I did not like that response. You can't, the reason why some people look at this as manipulative is because you're seeing yourself as separate from people. You're the God of your reality. So you're not controlling what other people do. You're only managing how people respond to you. And so take from that what you will. Okay. This definitely, and see, Dev Cooper says something important. People are only perfect in comparison to Jesus, but you have to understand the consciousness of Christ is the element of truth. Remember, Jesus Christ is truth. Logos is the word. In the beginning was the word, and the word was with God. So we're not lowering the basketball court for everyone to dunk. The problem with this is it's indoctrination. This is presupposing that everyone else is lower. You are a child of God. You're not lowering the basketball court. You are dunking. By saying you're perfect, it's not saying you've been brainwashed to believe that you have to compare yourself to a figurative concept. Christ is logos. The consciousness of Christ is you wearing the clothes of your alignment with truth. So Jesus Christ, in this symbolic representation of the truth, is you. This is why being Christ-like is being true. You are putting on the clothes of the Holy Spirit. You are becoming perfect. Otherwise, you would not be able to enter the kingdom of heaven. That's being born again. But indoctrination will enable you to feel that in actualizing that, you think you're better than you are. So just be very careful about that, because I used to believe that bullshit. That used to chain me so much until I realized most elements of that were added into this doctrine just to manipulate, control, and abuse people. But when you take it back to the truth and you remember the true nature of Christ, people think that they're perfect by their own standards, but it's the actions you take that expresses. Perfection is a subjective perception. So in claiming and affirming you're perfect, you are claiming and affirming you are everything God made you. To believe you're not perfect is to give in to the deception of the devil, Satan. What does Satan do? He accuses. Satan is arguing against God that the creation of you is not perfect. It is a sin to not see yourself as perfect. The illusion here now, the deception here is to gaslight you into thinking, oh, well, you make mistakes. So if you think you're perfect, then you're overlooking your mistakes. First of all, you don't judge that. You don't have the authority to judge that. It's only God that has the authority to judge you. So to make that perspective, you think that you're the judge. You're not the judge. This is the same way when you see in the Bible, God told Gideon, I'm going to use you for this. You are my spokesperson. God told Moses, I'm going to use you for this. Moses said, I'm not perfect though. Gideon said, I can't even do this. God knew what it is that they could do. Okay. And now look, this whole notion that God has high standards, that's a lie. God doesn't have low standards, but like it is a religious indoctrination to believe that you have to be 100% good. That's not what you're judged on. Your righteousness to God is a filthy rag. So you will never meet the standards of God. It's about accepting the Christ within and being perfect, acknowledging you're perfect. And so I appreciate what Dev is bringing up, because Dev is bringing up this worldly wisdom and the twisting of this doctrine to make you feel like you have to be good enough. There's nothing you can do to be good enough. God is the standard. So you must now be like Christ. You're taking off the old clothes of your flesh. You're putting on the spirit. When you put on the spirit, you become perfect. And this is where you live by that word. So I appreciate you, Dev, because what you're saying is, of course, the whole nation. It's very important to have discernment, because some people take this the other way. What Dev is bringing up is how some people take this the other way and they enable their bad habits and they enable stuff that's outside of their integrity by just saying, oh, I'm perfect. I can do all this bad shit. I'm perfect. But that's not acknowledging your own integrity. That's not you affirming you're perfect. That's you literally going against. And it's not really up to us to judge every individual nature. All I can do is tell you the truth. The truth is you were created perfect because you were created by God. And everything that God created was good. Tell me I'm lying. So anyone that tells you otherwise is an agent of the accuser of our brethren, Satan, the devil. And don't take my word for that. Practice it yourself. So I just wanted to really express that, because now that you've heard these success stories, and now that you are more clear than ever of the nature and mechanics of this will really keep you in mind. One of my favorite affirmations is, I'm absolutely perfect. I'm perfect. In fact, I want you to move forward with this, because when you affirm that you are perfect, when you affirm that you are a God, ye are as gods, you are a creator, you're eternal, you start to let go of the issues. Now you don't have to worry about any issues. I don't have to worry about timing. I'm perfect. Everything works out for me perfectly. I don't have to worry that this person has insecurity about me. I'm fucking perfect. That's their problem. If they had any integrity, they would, of course, approach me with this. Be very, 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 very. See, listen, though, God doesn't have to say the Son of Man does not have to say my bad. I'm sorry of who lied to you. This is legalism. Christianity is not all about trying to be a goody two-shoes. The Son of Man does not have to say my bad. The Son of Man repents through actions. All repentance is noting where you are out of alignment with Christ and then just making the action to stay in alignment. It's not about repenting for your sins. That is an invention of the Roman Catholic Church. Many people are still indoctrinated by Roman Catholic inventions that have little to nothing to do with spirit. It was the Pharisees who went to Jesus and said, why are you healing people on the Sabbath? That's not right to do. And Jesus was like, my dude, are you trying to worship a philosophy or are you living the Christ life? That's basically it. Imagine saying to God, my bad, when God made you perfect and everything you did, you're meant to do. So you have to uplift yourself out of this indoctrination. You are the creator of your reality. You are fucking perfect. And it's not up for other people to criticize that. You have to take responsibility for your life. You about this life or nah? And so you have been given the keys. And listen, once you tap into this vibration, it attracts negative dark forces to you because you're activating your light. Okay? And so in the activation of this light, this attracts negativity to you that's jealous of the fact that you don't need it to shine. And this is where they start to chip at your confidence, like, oh, this, that. All of these are just philosophical opinions. They have nothing to do with the truth that is you. You're perfect. The word of God is Christ. It's not the Bible. It's not this written book. So people can sort the Bible all day. That's not Christ. Christ is the word of God. In the beginning, it's just truth. Anything that you hear or see truth in, that's the word of God. Shout out to K motherfucking Pisces, one of the best ever. I was still thinking about a reading I got from you 10 years ago and how that shit is still accurate. I can't wait to catch up with you and all that. But like, I'm just so grateful. Okay, why apologize? Remember, the whole notion of apologizing and repentance is a Roman Catholic Orthodox Christian invention, like so much of Christianity. So much of what you're taught in the dogmatic nature isn't even true Christianity. It's or isn't even aligned with what it was before Gnosticism also edited certain things. It's just something to keep in mind. So I want you to take everything that you have learned from this message and really get excited here, because there's and this replay is free for anyone to, of course, watch. Okay, what's very important. So as far as what teachings to keep, you don't need to teach, and you don't need to keep anything. The only teaching of Christianity you want to have is with the Holy Spirit. It's not from a book. It's not from a pastor. It's from God directly. The kingdom of heaven is within you. So just connect. You are a God, so connect to God as a fractal of it, and God will lead you to the people to talk to. The Christianity is experiential. The disciples that gathered didn't gather in churches like we gather to just socialize. They gathered so that they can preach the gospel and risk their lives spreading this message. But it is what it is. Personally, okay, with this direct link, you can manifest anything. But the key is you have to be responsible for what you manifest, and you're never not manifesting. Contemplate that you have idiots that try and gaslight you and be like, manifestation is witchcraft. And then they'll go and pray to God as if they're not doing the same thing you're doing. So it's just a whole bunch of elitism, narcissism, insecurity. Plug that away. That has nothing to do with you. Maintain that connection and union to the God within and create your reality. Be the creator you were meant to be. Okay? We respect your relationship with Jesus. Don't force it on us, because Jesus never even did that. Jesus did not go around saying, I'm Jesus, worship me. Jesus said, you are as gods. Jesus said, oh, ye of little faith. Jesus said, you can manifest more miracles. You will manifest more miracles greater than I did. That's fact. That's in the book. That's in the book. That's in the book. Paul and Peter were healing people with their shadow, casting out demons. You got the keys. Just use them. And stop listening to this external environment that's acting like you can't because of this science, because of this religion. None of that's the truth. You are the truth. You have the spirit. Stop giving your power away, which was given to you as your birthright to co-create with the Holy Spirit, baby. Don't be so spooked by words. Thank you. So watch this transit talk a bit more if you need to. Once again, this is going to be, of course, from February, I want to say 19th to March 20. Oh, February 20. Oh, yeah, to March like 23rd. Or give or take. But March 3rd is the precipice where we go turbo booster. And basically, other than that, as you keep your mind focused on everything you are becoming and getting ready to be and do, have as much fun with this process as you can. And my only challenge is for you to dream bigger. Remember, here's just one affirmation that all you have to, if you don't want to have a whole bunch of affirmations, just focus on this one affirmation. It could be so easy for us to focus on other things, to manifest other things. What if I gave you one key manifestation? One key manifestation that if you just did this one thing, you will get everything you want. I am perfect. Or if you don't like that one, I am enough. I'm enough. I'm more than enough. I'm more than enough. I personally like, I'm perfect. And I'm going to add some sass to it. In every single situation, all I have to respond is, I'm perfect. I don't even have to worry about anything anymore. If things go bad, this is supposed to happen. Everything works out perfectly for me. Anything that anyone does, negative or positive, works out perfect. I love my imperfections. I love everything that I'm not as proud of. It's part of me. I'm perfect. When you loot that, it's not just a fake confidence. It's going to bring out you're charging yourself with that vibration, especially if you have Virgo, you might as well. All right. And the thing with that is when you are now faced with situations with people who might insult you, with people who might try to bring you down, it doesn't matter because you're perfect. So obviously the problem is with them. And this is where this affirmation alone will show you the truth. You'll start to see that people who have issues with you, it's because they have a problem. And people who don't have issues with you, it's because they're good people. And don't take my word for this. Don't take my word for this. When you say you're perfect, the person who has an issue with you will confront you with it in a way that makes sense, which will still align it, versus people who just project stuff and they don't even have the heart to actually confront that. Okay. Everything in this life is perfect, by the way, because perfection is just your subjective opinion. Your opinion of what's perfect is subjective to you. For someone, fried rice is perfect. For another person, shellfish is perfect. And they don't like fried rice. Everything in this reality is done. Everything has already been created. Everything and every possibility has already existed. So everything is perfect. And that's hard for certain people to understand because they see someone getting killed and they see something bad happening and they realize that's just your limited perspective of that experience in the grand scheme of everything happening in once in its symphony. Everything is perfect. The good, the bad, the ugly. There are no accidents, including you. And so everything that's not good did not come from God. Anything that's not perfect was not created from God. And people's delusions aren't perfection. So you saying you're perfect isn't a delusion. It's the truth. And it's only up to you to believe that. You can make the choice to not believe that and give your power away, or you can just remember the world you're in and who you are. And welcome to God Squad. Okay. And just play with that one, and you will see everything that you want vibrate with that. The only thing is, disclaimer, if you want to be low key, don't use that affirmation because that one has the spice. Are there live readings tonight? Yes, there are live readings. I got a couple Cashaps. I got a couple Venmos. I got a couple PayPals. I'm going to start with Cheza. I got your PayPal. And Carrie, I got yours. I'm going to start with you first. So before I go into that, I'm going to draw oracle cards for any of you who want an oracle card. I got your PayPals and Cash App for that too. Okay, so the first sign that we have with Aries oracle card romance message for you is, yeah, I'll just do that. Thank you guys. This was really fun to do. This is really organic too. So Aries message is attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. And we do have let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. And then we have Taurus. Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you guys. That was really fun. It's really cool because I didn't know. Once again, like I didn't know I was speaking to Alan Cummings and Miriam. Like I didn't realize that I had seen him in Spy Kids before, one of my favorite movies. I didn't realize till after the fact, which is really dope. We do have let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. And we do have this with heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Bro, he was on Spy Kids. He's in a lot of movies. This shit is lit. Gemini. And he's super, like, meeting him in person, he's a true Aquarius. Like, it was really an honor. Her being a Taurus, him being Aquarius, like, they shared their charts are amazing too, which is really dope to read. But it was fun. It was really fun. So Gemini, we do have unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. And we have this with playfulness to recapture romance. Allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So that's important relative to the whole nature of that dynamic. Don't necessarily take at face value that sense. Just keep it light, keep it playful, because trust me, the opportunity, options, and all that is there. So we do have with Cancer, we do have soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. And we have this with honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. And then with Leo, we have make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. And we have this with passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Okay. Emphasis on make the effort, because some of y'all don't want to do anything. Virgo. Oh, shit. Virgo. We do have make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. And we have this with past life relationship. You have known each other before. Be careful what you wish for. Libra, we have romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. We have this with unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Gemini and Libra are telling you that someone who you're interested in, they just don't get it yet. They're slow. They're slow to the uptake. So Libra is saying those feelings you have are real. Don't get perturbed because of this current unrequited love. Just don't take it too serious, okay? Explore those feelings, but don't attach to that. And Gemini is saying just keep a playful attitude. Don't necessarily even acknowledge the unrequited love. Just keep having fun with the process. Because air signs, y'all are quick. And it takes people a while. Not everyone is as smart as air signs. So we're weird to most people. It takes people a while to get it. They slow as fuck. I'm sorry. It is what it is. And so air is just saying, don't worry. You're just ahead of your time. Scorpio. Like, it's a reason we got that for two of the air signs. This is letting you know. Scorpio, we have soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate, just like Cancer got. And we have this with passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. You got people angry that their insults are not sticking to you. You have somebody so desperate to, like, they're saying those insults from their heart because they're so frustrated and they don't stick to you and you don't even care, but they're punching their fists in the air. I feel that energy around you so hard. I don't know what it is you're doing, but you pissing off your enemies and they feel like you've leveled up on them so much, you're leaving them behind. We do have codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life, and we have retreat. It's time for you to disconnect from the world. Sagittarius is saying for some of you, y'all about to just dip and do mad drugs or just escape. And that's actually going to be funny. It's not really going to be drugs though, but like your love could feel like a drug too. And yeah, this retreat is really dope. Like retreat showing up with codependency is a very amazing toxic connection. It's like the good toxic. It's weird, I know, but like, yeah. So Capricorn, we do have engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment, and we have it is safe for you to love. Capricorn, open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of love. Capricorn is saying open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of love. Aquarius, yo, straight up, this is literally that Sag fire reading. Holy shit, that's crazy. Oh my god, all right, oh my god, that's crazy. Aquarius, we have let go of control issues. I love how, was it Capricorn that got this too? No, was it Scorpio? I think it was Scorpio and Aquarius. Let go of control issues. Allow this situation. No, Scorpio got soulmate. So Libra, I think it was Virgo or Taurus. I don't know. Let go of control issues. And we have this with trust. Oops. We have heart-to-heart conversations and trust. Screw it. The situation is calling for you to have faith and honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Taurus. Okay, it was Taurus that got that. Thank you. So, or Taurus got soulmate, huh? With let go of control issues. So Pisces. Flirt, extend your lighthearted energy to others, and we have calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. This is literally the whole theme of this Venus and Aries, sponsored by Pisces. So I think that's very interesting. And finally, one more for the collective. I love pulling these cards. I love Venus Transit Talks just so I could pull these cards. Like this is, I'm not even really romantic. I just love pulling these romantic cards. Like it's crazy. All right. It's the Venus and Taurus with me. So we do have, of course, let go of control issues. Are you fucking serious? Why'd you come up a third time? Allow this situation to unfold naturally. And we have trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. And I'm personally impatient as fuck. All the water got soulmate. That's interesting. I'm personally impatient as fuck. So that's really interesting. This is literally saying you guys need to fucking chill and just believe the universe got your back. I love how we all got dragged right now. Every single one of us got dragged right now. Talk about, can you stop trying to control everything? I'm talking about stuff like talking. Can you just have trust and just live in that end state and stop trying to act like when is it gonna happen? Damn, that shit is crazy. I feel exposed as fuck right now. I feel exposed as fuck. Holy shit. Is that how you feel? Is that really how you feel? God. You got Aquarius's card. Okay. Got a honeymooner with a past lifer. All right, other than that, I'm going to go into the live readings. So first we're going to do Carrie Richard. Thank you very much. Okay. Carrie. We know that you have your rising in Capricorn, and then your sun is 28 degrees Leo on the vertex. You were born right before the new moon. I see you. All right, Miss Golden Queen right here with Mars. So you just came into this universe to direct passion and the application of kindness through this, which is really dope. Seeing the 60 specs, Uranus and Pluto and Virgo. I want to do a documentary for those of you born in the 60s with Uranus and Pluto and Virgo. That is mind blowing to me. But what we see here is your North Node is in Aries. So you're getting ready not only for a nodal return post August of this year, but a Saturn return coming into 2027, starting 2025. And while you prepare for that, Jupiter is evolving this right now. Jupiter is literally on your nodes, which is why I'm so glad you got this reading, because relative to this reading, this is definitely talking about how Venus, Jupiter, and Chiron are preparing the comfort on your IC, because this is all your IC is Taurus, but this is still your fourth house. It's third house with your Placidus placements, but as a Capricorn rising, this is your attitude about how authentic and original you hold space within yourself, which is what makes Capricorn very gangster. The fourth house Aries can literally live anywhere. All they need is themselves, to be comfortable with themselves. And I love how the Mercury and Venus lives are really cool. What's very perfect, okay, is with this, the Venusian aspect with Jupiter on the nodes and this Chiron return you're going through is reconstituting the philosophy of how powerful you believe in yourself and how powerful you see your character and elements of your character you're comfortable with. Okay, shout out to her higher self. So this is going to just fill you up with so much more confidence and so much more power that with Saturn and the nodes align your karma with destiny. And now fortune is evolving this. This is a really beautiful chart to see like this, because once the nodes go through here, Venus evolving this and polishing this with Jupiter, the nodes going through here both August will now direct you towards what you've already polished now. So before the IC in Taurus that's going to flourish your inner home and the creativity you feel at home, this is definitely going to have you take individual action within yourself to really see who you're comfortable sharing these private facets of yourself with too. Okay. Very amazing chart. Once again, for those of you who would like the astrology reading, let me know. Other than that, I will just pull the oracle cards for you. So next we got Miss Cheza. Crystal Golden, I got your PayPal. Thank you very much. So Cheza, we know once again you got that high queen energy as an angel. And the thing that I love about Gemini Sun, Gemini Rising's relationship with Aries is Aries is gang. Aries is our 11th house. So what I learned about that was when Uranus went through my 11th house, Uranus literally attracted, I want to say, not so much the outcasts, but at a certain period of time while Uranus was in my 11th, King Sigma, I did get your Cashapp. The only friends that I made were like drug dealers, gangsters, warriors, steppers, like people who were considered outcasts from society, people who weren't necessarily accepted. And what I noticed that all of them had in common was that they're authentic, they're original. And so with Venus and Jupiter in your 11th, this is expanding the notoriety your individuality attracts, the individual actions you take so that you can connect with other people who align with your authenticity. This is what makes it such a powerful 11th house. But also as an Aquarius, Aries is your attitude. So the coolest thing about being an Aquarius with the Gemini rising is the type of friends who you attract are the type of friends who speak your language. Quite literally, your 11th house is third house to your sun. So the way that you have reckless conversations and you speak vulgar and raw, that is going to align with the type of people who you belong with. And Venus is just going to be expanding this social circle. The coolest thing about having a 11th house Aries is we're our own team. We are our own team. And so this is just going to polish these individual actions you take so that by the time it's in Libra, you now creatively act socially towards others based on the individuality you maintained very powerfully. So this is going to be very, very awesome because all the Capricorn power you have with Venus and Mercury is going to challenge what boundaries you draw relative to how much trust you have in these original contacts with new friendships, the new moon will also make too. And the trine of Uranus and Sag is going to make this so fucking amazing. It's going to spiral out of control. And because you already know in Aquarius, you'll know how to instigate, you'll know how to actually actualize this, amongst other things. If you click the description box below, you will see the instructions for how to join the queue. All right. So let's see. Yo. Next, we have Nari. I'm assuming that's Naquan Moore. There we go. Janarian. There we go. So Nari, we know that you got the Sag rising. This is going to be fun as fuck. This is going to be super fun. So the coolest thing, now we just did Gemini rising. The coolest thing about Sag rising is this flips it on its head. So Aries is your source of creativity. Jupiter is in your 5th house. So if you don't want to have a child, you're extremely fertile during this period. But relative to this 5th house, you are evolving and reviving your inner child and the creative means with which you dynamically, through excitement, create pleasure, create what you love. And the coolest thing about this is the 5th house aligns to romance because the friends you have of the heart, if I want to go to a concert with someone I like, it's going to stimulate more opportunity to engage romantically because we're now bonding over things we both love. Versus the 11th house, which are more associates from career, friends I meet at work, friends that are more aligned with the goals that I have. And what's really cool here is with the stimulation of your 5th house, Chiron is healing how much more vulnerable you can be with this. But knowing that you do have Moon and Uranus in Aquarius because you are new gen, shout out to the new gen, this is putting you in a position with Jupiter in Aquarius to now take this knowledgeable attitude that Saturn is strengthening and the advanced skills that take to the next level this cosmic ability for you to claircognizantly just know the visions you see. And it's adding so much more passionate dynamic to this detached nature of everything you know. Everything with which Taurus in your 6th is grounding unconventionally into a lifestyle. So you're not just building castles in the sky. So Aries is more of this passionate fuel to break you through into this expansion of power you're creating. And with the element of Uranus here, you're having people feel you're delusional, but it's not that you're delusional. They're stupid because you're advanced. And so their inability to accept something outside of their understanding when they could just learn instead of project on you that something's wrong on you is you using your own creativity to pretty much furthermore establish your own supremacy in your reality around other forces around you, which is super awesome. So basically, you want to have as much fun as you can because this is all about you having fun during this period. Awesome. So it looks like everyone else. Okay, there we go. So David, we know you got the sun. Okay, there we go. We know you got, of course, rising Cancer, Moon Aqua, Sun Aries. And what's cool about this is for you Cancer risings, I've been excited about Leo risings because of the Taurus, and I'm excited about Cancer risings because Jupiter is blowing y'all career up. Cancer risings, Cancers, put yourself out there. Put yourself out there. Put yourself out there. Put yourself out there. Your 10th house is blowing the fuck up. And Jupiter and Venus are putting you in a position to polish elements of your reputation. So with Venus in your 10th, everything you do right now, the public is going to see you as beautiful. It's going to blow you out of proportion for better or for worse. So be careful. Make sure you're aligned with integrity. But because you're an Aries here, first of all, Venus in your sign is passing you the rock. So whereas Pisces had all this beautiful charm, now Aries has the beautiful charm. And this is attracting beauty to you. You're expressing this beauty. Imagine if you had extra charm you can get away with. Jupiter is adding to your luck. And this is pushing you more towards the expansive and evolved direction of what more you can do and what more you can accomplish in your career. And this is where you taking the action to do things you're inspired to do. Venus is just going to be attracting all sorts of situations to beautify and polish this element of your reputation. Beautiful period to put out any projects during this time or to start working on projects. And thankfully, your moon being in Aquarius will give you the foreknowledge of what to do and strengthen more this excitement. So you'll have this higher cosmic understanding through this, which is exceptionally powerful to accept during this period. So it looks like everyone else wants oracle cards. And so let's get it. First, we're going to do Crystal Golden. So Crystal Golden, we do have finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. But what I'm picking up for you is your finances are getting better. And this is opening up what more you can come with love. Ooh, you have known each other before. We got a past life thing going on. I love this card. This is starting to become my favorite card. You have known each other before. Okay. Told you. Come on now, Cap. You have known each other before. So the main card for you was this. So you're exploring a past life relationship. Next, we have Inner Glow. Okay. Thank you, Inner Glow. Much appreciated. Yeah, shout out to 1990 gang. We're turning 33 this year. That's what's up. That's what's up. 33rd life cycle. So we do have passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. That's the Venus Aries message. Everything you do is special manifestation. Do passionately. So we do have calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Time apart from your partners on the horizon. Inner Glow, the separation period is over. The separation period is over. The separation period is over. So call in your soulmate and do this, of course, exceptionally, passionately. Okay. Kayla Barton. Okay, so you want astrology instead of the oracle. I got you. Leo rising. Okay, so we know that your rising is in Leo because you are the fucking queen. You're the main character. Even though your rising looks like it's 27 degrees, Aries, it's rounded close enough to Leo. Your sun is in Pisces. Okay, and then you have your moon, I think, in Taurus. So you're total queen. So you got the exalted soul. It looks like your moon is on Destiny. Damn, who are you, Kayla? This is actually really dope. So you looks like you have this soul of destiny here, and it looks like you were clearly born. No. That's the transits. My bad. Let me do this again. So your sun is. It looks like your sun might actually be in Cancer. Your moon is in Sagittarius on Pluto. Oh, you're a vessel of Hades. Let me make sure I got this right. So yeah, you got moon on Pluto in Sag. So you're probably born in like. Let's see, Saturn, Gemini. So you're probably born in like 2002, give or take. And it looks like your sun is in Cancer. Okay. So yeah, Cancer, Sag, Leo. There we go. Cancer, Sun, Sag, Moon, Leo rising. So you are the holy demon, or you are the ascended holiness. You are the Holy Spirit, the ascended Holy Spirit. Now, Pluto on your moon, I'm going to share you an alien construct article. You can sense and see negativity. You can discover the other secrets. So please read that, the Pluto vessel alien. And then, of course, being a 12th house Cancer means you're a transcendent high priestess. So you are kind of a Pisces Cancer. Now, what's really cool about this is this puts a lot of the Aries transit in your 9th house to upgrade not only your philosophy about how you see yourself. I know you be in the 12th house having cry fits. 12th house Cancers, y'all, especially as a Sag moon, you probably have music videos where you're just crying like, hold on, hello. I'm crying real quick. I'll be back. Oh my God, is that okay? I'll see you later. I bet that's you. I bet that's you. Because you're the fire sign crier. You're the fire Cancer. Your whole life is a music video drama. Let me find out. Let me find out, Kayla. You probably have a whole concert with your tears. And it's probably like fun crying. So personally, that moon Pluto gives you such an intense ascended soul. It's a very fun dynamic. And what's very important about that is the ninth house element that you're going to feel this creative extension and passion towards. And then connecting with this grand fire trine is going to bring to a higher level how much you believe in yourself. Yes, that is so amazing. This is your magic, by the way. Your tears are magic. So please don't ever change that about yourself. Don't ever. That's the most amazing thing about you. Embrace that. That's your private gift. And what's beautiful about this is, as a Cancer sun, Aries is your 10th house. And so you are ascending the philosophy of your career. You are taking to a higher level your awareness of what's possible for you to accomplish. So this is your glow up year. 2023 from January to May is your glow up period. And then once this enters Taurus, you're manifesting for the first time ever in your life at such a young age, career success, unexpected windfalls of income. You could come up to during this period epiphanies and ideas about what direction to take your career. So you want to get as passionate about this as possible, and you just want to get as excited about this as possible as well. All right, beautiful. So let's go. So Isaiah, please send me your sun, moon, or rising, or please just send me your chart, okay? And then I'll be able to read the chart for you. So next we have Liliana Velez. Let's get it. Liliana. Liliana, we do have, of course, reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Now we have this with love yourself first. This is your first card. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. We have retreat. It's time for you to disconnect from the world. That's the Pisces. And then we have very soon, that's the Aries, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Next, we have Keaton Rojas, Infinite. Kayla, welcome to the gang. Thank you for joining this channel and tuning in. I'm glad that I can serve and help you in this capacity. Okay. Keaton, we do have, of course, give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. All right. Soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. And we also have you deserve love. You are lovable. So the main cards we have for you, Keaton, are yes, this is your soulmate and you are lovable. That's beautiful. All right, Lily, thank you. All right, so glad to see you tune in once again. This is amazing. All right. So next we have Leah, Miss Wallington. Let's get it. All of the lights. So we have give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. We have this with flirt, extend your lighthearted energy to others. And we have separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon, but you're not in separation. So I think this is talking about any time away from the metaphoric soulmate is you just kind of extending lighthearted energy. But this to me means that the separation period is over. The separation period is over. Any period of separation, because now you're so sure of your self-concept, this lighthearted energy is going to bring more so the awareness of this connection. Okay, so next we have Cap. I'm assuming this is different from... All right, beautiful. So Isaiah, we see your sun is in Sagittarius. We see your moon is in Capricorn, Cap Moon Gang. So you're like Benny the Butcher, Taurus signature. Who else has that? PNB Rock, rest in peace. Which is really awesome. Taurus signature. This is like the boss Sagittarius that makes decks, albeit in unconventional ways. But we do also have your rising in Taurus. So you're a natural boss, bro. You're a natural king, just like myself. Shout out to the Taurus risings. So as a natural king, brother, Aries is our 12th house. And this is releasing our old self-concept. You're releasing the old story of how you identify with yourself. Taurus risings as a Taurus signature means you're a super boss. You are a manifester. And Pluto has recently awakened our soul. I like that you have this as a 2000 element of not only the new gen, but you have Saturn on your rising. So I'm sending you this alien construct article because, my friend, not only do you have Pluto on your sun, so you're a Plutonian power alien, you're also a fucking gangster. Okay, you have the power of Hades and you're an instrument of Kronos, Saturn. You're an instrument of karma. And this totality adds a lot of stress and patience and perseverance in maintaining your natural royalty. From a fellow Taurus rising, unlike Aqua risings who know thyself, Taurus risings, we manifest ourselves. We're the self-made kings and queens. Take it from me. I got all this shit out the mud. Taurus rising. DJ Academics, Taurus sun. He got everything he did out the mud. That's Taurus, Earth sign. And so you have heavy Taurus themes in your chart. And relative to these Taurus things, you even have Jupiter in the second house club, so you get money. You manifest words and ideas. People pay me one-on-one so I can talk to them one-on-one because I have Gemini in the second house. You having Gemini there, you're able to, Bill Gates has this, Kylie Jenner has this. Your words will manifest you a lot expansively of income. Your value is true value. The value of truth to extend. So the 12th house aspect is releasing the old beliefs that no longer apply to who you think yourself to be. And as a Sagittarius sun, you are creatively expressing the spiritual beliefs of your creativity and how your creativity and talents transcend your unconscious habits and old beliefs about yourself. You need to get a reading from me, brother. If you need a discount code, let me know. I would be honored to break down your chart because it's fucking awesome. It is fucking amazing. Xavier, thank you very much, Mr. DeHoff. We see you're also a super Sag. Oh, no. What the fuck? That's crazy. 2 Sagittarians born the year 2000 sent me a chart back to back, both Cap and Xavier. I thought I was reading the same chart. I'm literally reading the same chart I just read, except instead of a Taurus rising, you're a Leo rising. This is mind fucking blowing because both of you sent your charts at the same time. I have my email there. Holy fucking shit. Holy fucking shit. So, okay, Xavier, you're literally just like Cap, who I just read, but thank you. This shit is crazy. But instead of your moon being in Cap, your moon is in Aries. So you are the original ascension artist. You are the original creator. You have this grand fucking fire trine as this super fucking mega fire king. You Sagittariuses with Pluto, by the way, are next level because you awaken vision in people and you're super creative. So as a Leo rising, Saturn is solidifying this lifelong success and the responsibility it takes to produce this monopoly. And now Aries with your moon is in the 9th house. So you feel the creativity of your spirit as a Sag, but the philosophy and the way of life and the higher elevated vision you have of your character. This is a powerful position to be in because this is just going to inspire your inner world towards what direction to take your philosophical approach and how you see yourself based on the talents you do. So let's say playing a guitar is the element of this talent. You're going to just be so inspired coming with new guitar riffs and melodies, but you're going to be able to use your talents of playing guitar to teach people. You may even during this period be invited to travel or come into inspiration individually to teach what you know, to lead by example. And all of this, bro, is preparing you both Cap and both Ton of Vision for the 10th house transit in May with the eclipse, where post that, you're now solidifying your own monopoly. You're solidifying your own brand, and you are the solar king. So you're the main character on stage. Whereas Cap and I are Taurus risings. We're the producers who build the stage. You're the main character who's on the stage performing your heart out like a total badass, which is super fucking awesome. Okay, so that was amazing. Like y'all just showed me that magic back to back. All right, Jazz B. And all power to y'all. Please follow up. Ton of Vision. I'd love to give you a reading too. That would be freaking dope. If you need a discount code, let me know. I'll give you both 50% off discount codes for whenever you're ready. So Jazz B, we do have let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. And we have separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So normally I would say the separation period is over, but this is really just a short period with this Venus in Aries of just really re-encapsulating everything you love about yourself so you can enjoy the time apart. Because I don't think you're separating from an actual person as much as I feel like you are just kind of separating from, if anything, the concept of such, all right, that puts you in a position to realistically take and know all of this. Beautiful. And Xavier, I'm also going to send you the alien construct article too. You can check that out. So yeah, separation we got. There we go. And I'm going to pull another card for you. Release your ex or give your relationship a chance, whichever one you want to choose. Because if you don't have a partnership, this may not apply to you, but this could be just releasing old energy, clearing the energy, especially with that separation energy. So I hope that resonates with you. We have Kala Grinnell, okay? Kala. No problem, King Sigma. I totally got you. And shout out to you, Janarian. Appreciate you as well. All right, Kala. That reading with Marley was amazing. Honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. And we have engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Beautiful. I love how we have engagement and honeymoon for you. So this is a very feel-good, festive, energico. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that looks like everybody. Thank you. This is another amazing transit talk. I hope you enjoyed it. You guys stay blessed. And until next time, peace.